Yeah, baby.
Yeah, we're going live. Then Redbeard's going to tell us all about the beer he's drinking.
Yeah.
The beer I just finished.
I tell you what, you drink that and say a few words about it, and I'll tell you what I think.
Even the last tiny sip is delicious. Soda City, Long Dark Voyage to Uranus, the coffee and vanilla version from this year.
Nothing more to say about that last, other than saying delicious.
I just finished it. It's like the coffee flavor is so pronounced.
It tastes like
coffee. And a bit of vanilla in an amazing stout, like the base version of Long Dark Voyage. I'm going to have one of those next.
Imperial stout with coffee and vanilla in it, because you read the label, or do you actually have any tasting notes?
I'm trying to say stuff and you keep cutting me off. I'm saying it's a delicious Russian Imperial stout that they added coffee and vanilla to, and the coffee flavor and vanilla flavor are so beautifully fucking married together. This comes off. This is one of the best beers I have had this year. This is the full on flavor of this. This is one of those beers you give to somebody and like tell them it's I don't know, some kind of weird cocktail or some shit. Not a beer. Someone that hates beer but loves coffee. Try this. It's not a beer. It's a weird cocktail thing. It's out of a can. It's like a weird cooler type thing. And they tried it's called a spiked hard coffee or something when you give it to them. And they'd be like, holy shit. Like it is. The coffee flavor in this is so in your face compared to like the most popular beer amongst us that we know of would be the like Cafe del Bastardo from Nickelbrook. Generally, that is a great beer, but really not as coffee forward as you'd expect from them calling it like Cafe del Bastardo and having the whole coffee company collaboration. This one is collaborated with Quietly Coffee. I have no idea who they are, but that's who they are. And yeah, this is a fantastic beer. 8.5% comes across as like no 0.5%. It's just so smooth. And that's the beer I'm drinking. So I'm going to grab it.
All right, no, Redbeard's gone, so he can't talk over us. I'm going to talk about the beer I've got.
I can still scream.
I know you can, but it's not doesn't overpower me. So I'm drinking this beer, which is Arcadia Ales Barrel Aged Shipwreck Porter, 12% ABV porter. That's bourbon barrel, so it's a big boy.
Yeah.
I had some negative thoughts coming into this thing here because the way that's been treated by NB Liquor. And what they've done is that they ordered a bunch of this in, I think, was it a year or two ago? Maybe even 2 years ago. And what happened was they bought way too much of this stuff, and they were asking $15 a bottle for each. It was like $15.40.
What?
Yeah. So now the East Point Liquor Store in St. John still has 200 bottles of this shit. There's like literally over a meter high of cases stacked in the liquor store in the clearance section because nobody's buying this shit. And it's sad because they're all sitting out there warm, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be fucking balsamic vinegar.
Yeah.
I cracked it open, and I'm happy to note that it's not balsamic vinegar. I mean, there is some flavors that are a little on the off side. Like I'm willing to bet that it's not quite at its prime.
It's not balsamic vinegar. It's more of an aged artisan vinegar.
It's sour. It's just got a funky a funky taste to it, but at the same time, it's super. All the bourbon is there. It's super chewy and super thick. It's got this nice thin, like porter body to it, even for 11%. And there's a hint of warming to it, but it's not like super. It goes down extremely smooth, even with some off qualities. The biggest thing I get from this thing is a huge amount of bourbon, and I'm loving that part.
Yeah, so weird though. Like, I guess the thought process behind that must have been, we want more bourbon to come out, so we're going to make it a porter instead of a stout. I guess that's probably the thought process there, and more power to you. But the idea of a 12% porter just makes me go, no.
It's thinner, doesn't it? Like it actually thins it out. So maybe they started life as a porter, as a stout. I mean, I don't know.
They might have lied. Yeah, they might have just lied. They said this is our stout, but it's so thin.
This is still really good.
What are you drinking over there, Mr. Lee?
Yeah.
Before I answer that, where are Arcadia Ales from?
Michigan, I think.
Michigan. Oh, Ewart, what are you doing to us, Bob? Giving us this weird ass shit.
You're in Battle Creek, Michigan. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm drinking a Propeller Russian Imperial Stout.
Nice.
Oh, I'm pouring right now a urinal Imperial Stout, which I'm pretty sure is just Sawdusty being weird with her Russian Imperial Stout.
I don't know what it is.
So, yeah.
I'm
Long Dark
call it
Voyage
urinal
Uranus is it's a Russian Imperial Stout, but they call it a urinal Imperial Stout, which is just freaking weird.
Yeah,
Urinal puck.
There's no such thing as a urinal.
There's nothing in common
You know what
between a urinal puck and this beer.
Piss in it.
What?
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want to know? That's what a fucking urinal is.
You know, it's more of a urinal. Uranus.
I mean, either way, it's like Sawdust.
Well, look at the way they start.
Low.
The way they start with the fucking name, like what's in a name? Uranus by any other name would smell so sweet. Like the first line, they're totally just playing on Uranus.
On the down low, it's all shit puns. It's all
pretty much
shit puns. I mean that coffee vanilla thing, like it's not the long bloody voyage, so it's not the period blood or the bleeding hemorrhoid. It's just
I never tried. I don't think they still make that one. That was like them mixing this one with Blood of Cthulhu.
Yeah, that was
I never tried the long bloody void. But that's a fantastic name, even though it's like it's got the undertones of like, ew, what the fuck? Oh god.
So I obviously went to the only Albino Rhino Beer Fest that mattered because I got the one-off from Sawdust City that never happened again.
You lucky.
That was like before Sawdust City even had their own brewery. They were still contracted Black Oak.
They were just little pussies and they sucked. And then we brought them into prominence.
I'd never say that.
You know what?
Sucked. They're not bows.
Because of doing that, Lee, I gotta give you all the props, man. Because they are my favorite brewery. And if you're the one that made that happen,
he went to the first Albino Rhino Beer Fest. Redbeard went to the last, so it's like the beginning and the end.
Alpha Omega, yeah. I'm pretty much responsible.
So
I mean, come on, guys. To be realistic here, I'm pretty much responsible for the craft beer revolution in Ontario. Like, the quality you guys have now in Ontario. You can thank me because me as an influencer, I showed up.
You know what?
Things happened after I left.
Lee, in all honesty, if you went through and got just some random kind of anecdotes and evidence things, you can kind of manipulate whatever you want to do, or even just what you're saying. And that's what I'm saying. Make an actual video on your channel about this, and I believe, I think that would be an enjoyable thing. Just go off.
I don't need to do that. I don't need the adulation. I'm not vain that way.
It would be fucking enjoyable to watch. Is all I'm saying. I'm
just not vain that way. I'm not vain about talking about how much I've influenced the Ontario craft beer scene and made it the thing it is today.
I know. But it would just be so funny to watch. So I'm saying.
I mean, I'm very humble about these things.
The humblest of them all.
It's not like I'm some goddamn serial killer little motherfucker in glasses and a bad porn mustache, just like talking bullshit every day. Like I'm better than that.
We have one viewer and no comments.
Oh wow,
that's actually not anything. I'm willing to bet that one viewer's Redbeard.
Come on, viewer.
Actually, not even. I don't even have it open.
Oh, come on, viewer, leave a comment.
It is me. We have one for it's Eric Gleaver or something.
Do I have to sing for this guy? Do I have to start going like Crackling Rosa, get on board. We're gonna ride till there ain't no place to go. Taking it slow.
They didn't watch
I have zero idea what you're just singing right now.
Girl, don't you know? Making a time for a hard-ass lady, fucking in a wild ride train. I bastardized a Neil Diamond song.
Is that what that was?
It is a Neil Cracklin' Rosie is a Neil Diamond song where he sings about his substitute for having a lover on the road is a bottle of wine.
I know of Neil Diamond, but I don't want to. There's probably I wouldn't be able to like really.
You need to get into Neil Diamond. He is one of the top 5 songwriters of the 20th century.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah,
hands down. Hands down.
You like him? I might not enjoy him myself. Like I'm a big fan of Sabaton. You yourself weren't a big fan of Sabaton, so like just like different.
Yeah, you might not appreciate Neil Diamond if you're
different strokes, different folks, kind of thing.
Sabotage, or whatever the fuck that band's called.
Sabotage. They based their name on the Beastie Boys song.
Listen, yo, it's a sabotage.
Can't stand it. I know you planned it. That's all I can like.
Something state this Watergate.
That was fucking awesome. Something on the state of Watergate. Oh, that was great. That was awesome. Good times.
The one viewer, you need to leave a comment. Let us know who you are. Stop being a fucking coward.
We have 3 viewers now.
3 viewers. Ooh. Stop being cowards.
Go ahead and actually
multiply.
So we know what we're
just say fucking hi.
We have somebody to talk to.
You don't even have to have anything insightful to say. Just say hi. Because I mean, you're watching this channel, you probably don't have anything insightful to say in the first place because you're probably a dummy. But leave fucking comments. Just say hi. I mean, we're dummies. We can communicate with you on a simple level. Grunts.
You can try.
Howls,
you can try.
Barely lingual, verbose growls and howls, and
I be very understandable. It's fun. Yay.
We'll try to keep it out of retarded cadence so we don't offend anybody. We'll try to keep it. We'll try to keep it Neanderthal because there's no Neanderthals anymore, so they can't be offended. Although I've seen some people in real life who look like Neanderthals, even though that branch of the human race is extinct. But some of them seem to have still survived. There must have been some interbreeding between our ancestors and Neanderthal. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm sure there was at least a bit of that.
Yeah, there's some genetics sort of splooging around there. I mean, apparently Genghis Khan is responsible. Like his DNA is like throughout like the majority of the human race. Apparently,
yeah, almost a lot of people. I like the little error you made there, where you said DNI for a second. That was
Genghis Khan or some shit. I don't forget exactly what it was.
Yeah, Genghis Khan. His DNA is like apparently they trace back like such a huge percentage of today's
like remember that McDonald's
DNA.
slogan they had for a while? Where there's like a little M, little McDonald's in all of us, which is basically true at this point. Because I'm sure it just passes down through like your fetus and stuff. But like same with there's a little Genghis Khan in all of us almost. Like a lot of people's lineage can be traced back all the way to
just the chemicals from all the styrofoam fucking containers that McDonald's used to have that are probably in our water and everything now. Yeah, there's a little McDonald's.
Well, no, some people, I don't know about myself, I haven't been tested, but there's like microplastic like pieces like in their bloodstream and shit. Like the plastic has infected our life to the point where it's like part of us. And I'm sure can't be a good thing.
No, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't know if there's science to back this up or not, but I feel fairly certain that there's like our use of plastic, the proliferation of plastic, especially from the mid 20th century onward, is probably one of the reasons we have such large cancer rates now in society. And
well, that and like the disruption of the fucking oceans.
Oh yeah,
biological. Plastic is like the revolutionary product. Now we can just use it once and throw it away. Yeah. When that whole culture started, that's where everything like the plastic, like sure straws are the big one they're trying to fix right now, but they're still go to almost any restaurant with takeout food, and they'll still offer you the plastic fork, plastic spoon, plastic knife, plastic everything else. But the straws. Now the turtles are okay because of the straws. Everything else is still fucked up because of all the plastic, but the turtles are okay for now. Yeah. It's a step, but it's a small step. And like, apparently the Canadian government, Trudeau said like single-use plastics are going to be banned in Canada within the next few years. Hopefully, like if that actually happens, that's good. That's really good because there are a lot of companies out there making like if people say paper straws. Ooh, they don't last. I was at Clean the Hood fan at St. Louis Wings here in North Bay, and asked for a drink. He's like, "Hey, I'm a pop, and I'm kind of a straw. Yeah, it's plastic, a paper straw." And I was like, "Oh, paper straw." And because again, these are crazy. He's had it. I've had it in my shifts for like 8 hours now, and this straw is still fine. Like there are companies making them. They're making them that are good, and yeah, it was perfectly fine. And they can do the same things with like using recycled paper, whatever kind of shit, or some kind of stuff in a mold to make just plastic, not plastic knives, forks, and spoons.
But I mean,
that they just biodegrade into nothing.
Here's the bottom line, though, with this whole paper straw argument. All these fucking asshole hillbillies who are, they think they're big culture warriors that are, like fighting against, oh, fuck these fucking cucks and their paper straws. I'm using my plastic straw. You've never drank with a fucking straw in your goddamn life, you lying piece of shit. Most people don't use fucking straws anyway. If you use a straw, you deserve to die.
It's like fucking liberals are triggered now. Like,
yeah, well, there's a couple of people on my Facebook that like share. Just I've unfollowed. I got bored with them all the other day, and I was like, unfollow. Like who just like randomly share stuff like, it's Merry Christmas. If you don't like it, then fucking blah blah blah. And it's like, you know what? Like I'll say Merry Christmas to somebody. But if I knew that person and I understood like they don't sell happy holidays or just like Merry Season's greetings or something like that, I have no problem with that at all. I have zero problem with not trying to and also be like if you come to Canada, you have to adopt our ways. Don't expect us to blah blah. One of those kind of things where it's like Canada is the biggest melting pot on the planet. Like it's just cultures from all over the world. Like I don't have to
fucking country. It's just
like I don't have to like your beliefs.
Yeah.
I don't have to go along with your beliefs. I mean, I don't have to, but still, I can just be like,
Alberta is not going to instantly convert to fucking Sharia law. So calm down, you fucking Albertan nitwit.
Yeah,
this whole narrative that their way of life is being changed, where they're being forced to not be able to say what they believe anymore, is absolute fucking bullshit. If you can actually cite me some sort of legal thing where it's been passed down across every goddamn province that all of a sudden you can't say Merry Christmas, then you might have a point.
At the same time, though, like people that are like, "Oh, I can't say what I want to say," and so it's like, if what you want to say is like that offensive to this many people, then maybe you just shouldn't say that shit. You know what I mean?
Maybe
like
you shouldn't be a dick.
Yeah, and then people freak out too. Like in Canada,
viewers, by the way,
people don't realize in Canada,
all of our viewers because of this conversation,
we don't have freedom of speech. We have freedom of expression. And like if you say the wrong thing, you can actually be held accountable for what you're saying.
All freedom of speech does is protect you from the government censoring you.
Yeah, the government can't arrest you for saying whatever you want to say. They can't. But you're not immune to being ostracized for having.
You're not immune to being criticized and having your fucking opinions thrown back in your goddamn face.
We've been hearing again, we don't have freedom of actual technical freedom of speech, but you can get away with. Like I could make a video saying nothing but a bunch of crap about I wouldn't, because I think they're doing a decent job. Like they're trying. The Liberal Party is trying. I feel like if the Conservatives gotten into power and Andrew Scheer had not, like all the shit that just happened with him too, with like the almost $1 billion or something in like misappropriated funds or some shit in his fucking office. But anyway, yeah, if they had got in, then, but I could still say whatever I want about them. And here in Canada, it's just like people like, okay, whatever.
Here's the thing. I'm a fucking atheist. I still say Merry Christmas to everyone because I have the knowledge and foresight to realize that Christmas isn't about religion. It's just a goddamn stupid name for a fucking holiday.
Christ in Christmas.
It's supposed to be like, keep the Christ in Christmas and all this stuff. But it's like,
really, fuck you.
Really, it's a modern tradition.
Christmas season, man. Like why can't like Christmas is kind of transcended religion?
Well, it's a pagan thing that like the Christians stole or some shit like that. And like,
Christmas is a secular holiday. I'm afraid if you don't like it, if you have a problem with it, come at me, motherfucker. Lee Russell on YouTube. If you don't like it, come at me. Christmas is a secular holiday. It really is, because all it is fucking Christian. You fucking Christian assholes. You Christian pieces of shit. You murderous, vile pieces of garbage. Fucking stole that from the fucking pagans and used it for your own design. What, like you did with every other fucking holiday you have. That's what you've done throughout fucking history. Christians are some of the worst fucking pieces of shit, and people who still support the Christian religion, you're capitulating with that garbage. Fuck you. If you don't like it, you don't like it, fucking come at me, motherfucker. The fucking Christmas is a secular holiday. Saying Merry Christmas doesn't mean anything other than wishing best wishes to your fellow man.
You're not wrong. You're just an asshole.
I am an asshole, and you know what? I have no problem being an asshole to Christians.
Also, again, like just very much not wrong. Like it is just that's. The
I hate all. And by the way, I hate all religion equally. Muslims,
religions
Jews,
are like
everybody.
When you think about when you think about humanity,
is like if you want to believe that shit, then go right ahead. I'm more consider myself an agnostic, where like I'll prefer the concept, but I'm not really sold on anything.
Hindus, Jews, Muslims, Christians,
the history of humanity.
Fuck you all.
The number of wars, the number of deaths that we have inflicted upon ourselves in the name of like, my God is better than your God. And I think it trumps almost like every other death count that exists when you add it all up.
Religion is responsible for the most fucking ills and plague on humanity.
Yeah.
In recorded history.
And it's and there's never been, like, it's back in the day, whatever, like the Bible written, we like parted the sea and all this shit. Like, give me, like, since then, since the Bible was written, there is and nowadays even we've all got phones. Everything's fucking recorded these days. Where are the some kind of miraculous type inexplicable thing that's like recorded and isn't proven to be fake within 5 minutes? Fucking something.
Because miracles aren't real.
Like that's
and your God isn't real as well.
It makes it like I don't want, like, in my heart of hearts kind of thing. I want to be like, I don't want to believe that, but
there might be something out there, but your concept of God is not real.
Like I feel like the closest we're gonna get is like some alien culture
people believe
landing.
But if you want the truth, like Christmas coincides with what used to be Roman Saturnalia, so it's kind of the reason why we have that kind of season.
No, again, like that's it's all appropriated kind of shit.
Jay Terrio, you're a Catholic dummy. You're a Catholic dummy, and the fact that you subscribe to Catholicism makes you even worse than most Christians. By the way, just saying.
Like, I feel like the only thing that's really possibly going to like really change the world and maybe kind of unify some of these angering forces, like religious forces mainly in the world, would be like some fucking alien mothership landing down in.
Oh, we'd all be dead. We'd all be dead.
No, but I get, again, like this is implying there could be friendly ones. You never know. You never know.
I subscribe to the idea that if aliens were to expel the resources they needed to go that far across the galaxy to meet us, they would not be here to be friends.
Yeah, but any resource they need, even water. I'm pretty sure like ice on other planets and stuff is probably more plentiful than just the water on Earth.
Here's the thing. You're contextualizing this in human thinking terms. We're talking about aliens here. They're going to be radically different from us.
True, I won't argue that.
So their desires, what they consider resources, what they would want from us.
But again, though,
probably
the universe,
something we haven't even conceived.
The universe is so big that, like why? Like I feel like the upbringing of a society or like a sentient species overall on another planet they might look different and stuff, but kind of the overall way it happens would probably be.
I mean, they'd be
the same.
I mean, like look at it this way. What would we do? We are a shitty species. We are a shitty fucking species. We hurt each other. We hurt
Overall,
animals. We destroy our environment. If we got to the level where we could comfortably go across space to other planets, to other star systems, what exactly would we be doing that for? We'd be doing that for resources. We'd be doing that to populate the stars and do the same thing on those planets that we did on this planet. Any other species out there that would be able to do that, they'd be doing the exact same thing, and they would most likely be way more advanced than us. They would look at us like the Europeans looked at the Indian population.
That's what I was just going to put that in. I was just going to kind of almost reference that, but not exactly. But like, if we got to that point and we're flying around space and we land on a planet with some primitive species, but they're still like a species that has potential. Are we just going to be like, fuck you guys, this is our planet now, and kill them all? Or are we going to like maybe be like, let's keep away? I wouldn't be down with that myself personally.
No, I mean there's plenty of us that would not be down with that, but here's the reality is people who have the best intentions don't usually run countries.
This is true. I'll give you that.
Empires. And
well, come on, Donald Trump has the best intentions for everyone.
Oh yeah,
he's the best president ever. He's the best. Woo!
Bigly.
All hail.
In that shit. But
cheers, Ashley Sexton. First comment ever. Good time.
Ashley, we love you. Come on. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Nick's not here. Go ahead. Sorry.
Here's the thing, though. There would be such a profound sea change to any species we came in contact with if we were the colonizers going to other planets. And we fucked with them. There would be such a dramatic shift in their society that we'd either become slaves to, they'd become slaves to us, or their society be destroyed in some way. And the same would happen to us if some.
Well, at the same time,
if some advanced species showed up in on our planet, if some advanced species showed up, they would fundamentally change our society to such a great degree that we would not be recognizable.
Well, but again, go back to which Star Trek movie was it? I want to say the Borg one. It wasn't First Contact. It was what's the one with the fucking Borg? The Star Trek.
That was First Contact.
Was it First Contact? Anyway, well, in that one
where the Vulcans showed up and they changed human society.
Well, no, with the whole Borg, was the Borg? I can't remember the fucking.
Yeah, the Borg.
It might be the next one. The beginning of the movie. The one I'm thinking of.
The Borg came back to destroy humanity and stop the Vulcans from changing.
Yeah, because they came down. But I'm thinking. I guess the one where fucking it starts out. And they're like,
he's just like, fuck this nerd shit.
They're spying on the world, and Data kind of goes crazy and shows because they're spying on this world that's not evolved enough to be let into kind of their world.
Yeah, that was that sub-Vulcan species or whatever.
Was it the same? Was it the same movie?
Oh no, that wasn't a movie. That was an episode of Next Generation.
No, that was a movie. The beginning of the movie. That whole thing happens with Data, and then.
Oh, that was Insurrection then, perhaps.
Okay, fair enough. Well, regardless, that whole concept, an alien species kind of sitting around watching us and waiting until we get to the point of like we can now travel to another star system.
Yeah,
and then being like
that assumes an alien civilization would be benevolent and actually have our best interests in mind, which I don't believe would happen. An alien civilization would look at this world and go, "We're taking it for our own."
You're just. Like that, you might. I just.
It makes
lack
no
of optimism
sense.
Is just it saddens me. I guess is what it is.
Well, it's
you're not wrong. Everything you're saying is logically intact.
Listen. I have optimism. The problem is the sad reality is that the universe is so fucking vast, and traversing space is such an immense undertaking. That even for a society like way more advanced than ours, The idea of them going anywhere outside of their fucking solar system to another planet, the only goal would be to fucking capitalize on finding another civilization and sucking it up.
No, again, like for us, kind of like either to find a planet to live on because Earth is going to die or something, or to travel, or to get to the point where like we want to travel. We want to travel the universe.
I want to ask a quick question here, Craig. Have you been able to say anything yet?
No, I'm listening.
No, he just got in. He's smugly looking at these nerds talk shit.
God damn it! But anyway, like the possibility could exist that we want to just find some other like. Why not just try to find some other people? We acknowledged that already, Nick, while you were gone. But yeah,
the question I'd ask is: if we go to another planet, will they have any pigs there? Right, Kerry?
Planet better have bacon.
Yeah, you got bacon. Don't go there.
Well, that's the sad thing. We'd probably use the native populations a new kind of bacon, right?
I don't understand the context of this, but I was going to say I love your hat, Craig. It's pretty sweet. But thanks for ridiculing me in some way I don't understand. I appreciate that.
No, I love bacon. So
I love bacon as well.
I mean, that's a driver for a space program. Go outside of this solar system, find a new star system. Find a populated planet with some sort of pig-like creature.
Find a new bacon. Yeah. Find new bacon.
Yeah, I mean that's what we do. Like that's how base and stupid we are as people. Like we would exploit.
Show me the bacon. Show me the bacon.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like I feel like somebody like Elon Musk like just wants to do what he's doing. To finally to get out there, like, do you guys see Ad Astra?
Will you get out of Elon Musk's asshole?
He's a
I haven't talked to him in a while. What the fuck?
He's a moron. He's a moron.
He is a figurehead of a fucking think tank. That's all he is. He's not smart. He's a dummy.
Oh, all right.
He's a media figure. He's a fucking figurehead for a company that makes a lot of money. And he just comes up every once in a while. Oh, it'd be great if we had a fucking car that could fly in space, dude.
Yeah, like, but he's a figurehead of Tesla, and Tesla's nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
So,
like he's a media figurehead. That's all he is.
Well, the first time I spoke.
I feel like he's a bit more than that, but I get where you're coming from. But he is actually like he's the one that came up with the ideas. Like he's not a dumb person.
He's not a scientist. He's on Joe Rogan smoking dope and like talking bullshit.
He's on Joe Rogan. The episode of Joe Rogan with him on it was like, overall really great. And he didn't even fucking inhale the fucking. Who cares if he did?
You know what I think about that episode? Here's what I think about that episode. I'm going to take off from my fucking chair right now and take a piss in my toilet. That's what I think of that episode.
All right.
What are you drinking, Nick?
Can anybody hear me? Okay, there
we go. What are you drinking? Lindemans?
Anybody can hear me here because I don't know if because nobody's acknowledging what I'm saying. I am drinking a Lindemans Creek.
Yeah, I say there you go. I said you have Lindemans. Come on. No one's acknowledging. Come on. Nice. Good.
I think I've ever had the Creek from Lindemans before. I've had the Framboise, I've had the Faro, I've had the Goose.
I found the bottle that you was having the other day.
Ooh, yeah, that was still good stuff.
This was best before the 15th of December 2018. And I had that earlier this year. Because I was out of date when I had it. I didn't review it. It's an old bottle. You need a fresher bottle. Oh, mate, you need a fresher bottle. Being a fruit lambic. So, because the fruit does kind of, you need to drink them a bit fresher. The fruit does fade, just like hops and coffee.
Fadey fruit. Yeah, get yourself a fresh can of that Long Dark Voyage, coffee vanilla. Holy fuck. Yeah, coffee all up in your face. So good.
Some coffee does hold on though. It's surprising. I've had coffee beers like 2 years old. It's like, wow, that's fucking. And then
I feel like if you had one that was 2 years old and the coffee is still there, if you had it fresh, the coffee would possibly kill you. Like that would be.
Yeah, but I think sometimes it depends what coffee you've got in it, or the
way you do it and stuff.
I'm not into brewing or anything, or.
Yeah, potentially the way you do it is going to have a way. Like if you age it on coffee beans, or if you brew it with coffee beans, or some. There's probably something that lasts longer. I can see that. Fair enough.
I think there's some. I mean, certainly. I mean, they say, "Oh, don't age it. Coffee will fade." Blah blah blah. Just like hops, all that sort of carry on. Well, I had coffee beers that I've forgotten about, and I thought, "Fuck it, I'm going to drink it anyway. If it's shit, it's shit. Not review it." And I've drunk it. It's like, "Oh my god, why didn't I review it?" You know, I've had that a few times. I think sometimes it depends what coffee beans or what part of the world they're from, potentially. Or
Ashley in the comments just corrected himself with. He's like, "Who's the dumb shit wearing the glasses?" Obviously, talking about Lee's avatar there. And then looks like someone who masturbates on public translate. And then corrected himself to make it whose. So look like someone who is. Ashley, your correction was a fail. I'm sorry.
All I see is whose, and I don't see the previous comment.
Who's masturbating?
Yeah, who's masturbates? Masturbates? That's not right at all.
Who's masturbate?
Whose masturbation is this? I've just discovered someone's masturbation. Whose is it? Let's get to the bottom of this. Is this your masturbation, sir?
Such a weird way.
It's not mine. It's not mine.
Not whose cum stain or something. Whose masturbation
mine
I found?
Box, sir.
It's not in my bottom.
No, it's in my yellow. It's in my yellow gym sock.
No, that is which is
in my swinging sock.
Good.
Ashley's brain just broke. No, that is who is which is whose, not who.
You need to get on here, Ashley. You're obviously drunk as shit.
Yeah, he's obviously drunk. So it's like no.
Wait, I got it. He was correcting his first use of whose. What is first one? He said, "Who's that dumb shit wearing the glasses?" That should have been who with the apostrophe X. I got it now.
I'm not interested. I don't care.
I'm just letting Ashley know. I got you, buddy. I see it now.
I'm glad you got to the bottom of this North Bay Sherlock Holmes.
It was a big investigation. It was a big investigation, yo. It was hardcore.
It's good stuff.
I love you, Ashley. Why isn't Ashley in here? What the hell?
I don't know.
Because he's in the chat.
He's a bad man. Bad man.
Yeah, whatever. He's out of beer.
He's one of those good bad men.
I look forward to watching your best of 2019 there, Craig.
Oh God.
That looks. How long did that hangout go?
3 hours.
3 hours? Yeah. Okay. So the usual.
There's a short version.
Actually, yeah, it's actually short for you guys. Yeah.
Well, it's only supposed to be like 6 or 7 questions. It's like, fucking hell. It took ages. Oh, yeah.
I didn't even think of that. I forgot about that. It
was all right. It was all right. It got a bit rowdy. Not rowdy.
I peeped in for like 2 minutes and everyone was talking over each other. I was like, yeah, I'll watch this later.
I hate it. I hate you start talking and it's like, fuck's sake. Can no one hear me? It's like, am I here? Oh,
I remember last year I did the top 18 viewers of 2018 or something like that.
Oh, so you're going to do 19 this time?
I feel like that top 10 should be just fine. I
hate them shows. I don't care. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't care either, but some people.
It doesn't matter.
No. You're not an influencer, so what do you care? Well, it's like
no one watches me, which
is fun I could do. Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Just go and ask the man in the street. That fuck it, doesn't matter. So what?
What's your favorite beer of 2019? Oh, it's Budweiser Black Lager. Oh well,
Jesus Christ! I honestly, I have not tried any of the interesting Budweiser variants.
Half hour before the show, I didn't have a clue.
Yeah,
I just like, no, okay, I'll have to do it because that's what it is. But
Craig, burn in hell.
Not interested.
Negative fucking bastard.
No, I like good beer. I drink it, and I'll
so negative.
Yeah, good.
He's being realistic, Redbeard. Leave him alone.
It's only beer. Fuck it.
Yeah. It's like what are you expecting? Like, are you trying to make controversy with your video? Like, it's like, oh, well, Founders this and that was the best beer of 2019, but I can't say that anymore because they're racist. Like, it's artificial.
It was just a thought for a video idea.
I would rather do the golden
God.
pints of not golden, but the worst beers of the year.
Yeah,
rather do
that's more fun. I mean,
You
I've
can really
done best. I've done
That's
best of the
a valid
year.
thing you could have said from the start without.
I did. I said,
tearing it apart.
I said I haven't got a clue, but I've got more of an idea of the shitty beers I've had this year rather than
Yeah.
the amazing beers.
I'm being a hypocrite here totally because I've done best of the year fucking beers
Yeah, I'm not
before.
doing it again.
But I mean, you know,
I think last year was the only time I've done it, and I had fun doing it, and it got decent.
But at the same time, I realize it's bullshit. Like, I mean, I think most people who've watched my channel for any length of time know that I think this is all bullshit and it's just fun. Like that's all there is to it, right?
I don't expect you said I'm not an influencer. I don't expect anyone to be like, oh, this is his top 20 beers, whatever. Oh, I have to have these beers because he liked them. Like, no, I'm just doing it for.
Okay, Redbeard is one for you. What's your top 20 free beers of the year? As in, you got them for free.
What does it matter that I got a beer for free? Really?
No, just the concept, isn't it? So,
yeah.
Fuck you, Craig. You just hurt my ribs.
Yeah. Well done.
So, I'm being serious.
I'm being serious too. What the fuck does it matter? Like I work for a brewery. I helped them out and stuff. They gave me free beer. Oh no.
He's not going after you seriously, Redbeard. Just calm down.
I'm calm.
Okay, good. Don't be. You know. Don't be shitty.
I know my worst free beers of the year.
It was funny. It was funny.
Beer.
It was funny.
Yeah, that Innocent Gun thing. Oh my god, that was free. And it was shocking. And I said that in the review though. It's like,
oh, what did you get from Innocent Gun? That was free?
Tropic.
Yeah, chopping like it's hot. Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So fuck you, you're a free beer guy.
No, but I'm being honest. I don't mind saying. I don't give a fuck.
No, but what did I say? To be honest,
you didn't give me an answer. So
no, but again, I don't know that I've gotten a fair number of free beers. I have to think about that shit. So,
yeah,
but again, like I actually this year, it's been a while since I've gotten a random, like the first few years of me doing BeerTube. Like look back at my beer mail playlist thing. Breweries were sending me random shit. That's how I got a bunch of shirts and stuff. Not the one I'm wearing now. It's a new Ontario shirt that I got working for them at a festival. But yeah, like I haven't gotten a free package of beer in the mail from a brewery in quite some time. The only free beer I've gotten is basically from helping out Highlander. Or like, the Sawdust City, the first order I did from them, recently, I ordered almost a 2-4. I think it was 22 beers.
Yeah.
And they threw in 2 free beers to top it off, kind of thing. So I was like, thanks.
Sorry, Carrie. No one is seriously taking your integrity into question.
No, I'm just saying. We're
just busting your balls.
I know. I'm just saying.
Okay, you don't have to explain.
I'm sorry.
You can be good. You're good.
Okay.
You're good. You get a lot of free beer. It's okay.
Okay.
Just shut up.
Nothing wrong with free beer.
No one's complaining. You're on the sweet spot, dude.
God, I wish I got more free beer. Christ.
And kilts. Yeah, lots of kilts.
I would have a skirt.
That's a thing too. Yeah.
Nick, he don't get free beer. Fuck that guy. Fucking piece of shit. Hammond River. He's been pimping Hammond River for years, and there's like, fuck this piece of shit. Taking his photographs. What do you think he is? Fucking getting on the news with his photographs. He thinks he's better than us. We're not giving him free beer. Fuck that guy.
Dude from Hammond River offered me beer as long as they paid for it later. That's I've gotten a free beer.
Fuck Hammond River. They're pieces of shit. You're a celebrity now. They should be throwing free beer at you, motherfucker.
I am good steam beer, so
I feel like you should have some kind of relationship with Trailway where you like At least get a free sample.
Like I'm a fucking Trailway whore. In fact, I'm sitting next to a can of Trailway.
Exactly.
There
Like,
we go.
do you know? Like, have you like? Do you know the brewer and stuff? Have you like you haven't went in and been like, hey, I'm Nick. I'm a guy from YouTube. I have a beer. I like no. Fuck that. Why not? Walk around, get at least a tour and stuff, and be like, I want to get like a tour for my YouTube channel.
Yeah,
why the fuck not?
Review and get like 20 views. That's totally gonna get me free beer at a fucking brewery.
Yeah, you should just give him a call.
You're almost dude. I've done this. I'm like barely above you in subscribers. I did this way back when I had like almost nothing. And you walk in, you're like, I'm a YouTuber. I do beer reviews, and I do a tour of the brewery for my YouTube channel. And yeah, come on in. And like, why the fuck wouldn't you do that? Why not? Like, meet some people, get some kind of connections and stuff, and like then maybe you could be like New Ontario. That was my whole thing. I like kept going back to New Ontario, even though they don't make the best consistent type of beer. But
Nick, you could literally influence the Ontario beer scene like I did back in 2014.
Any new beer New Ontario makes, I get a free sample of. I get one can for review purposes. Because that's the one brewer guy offered that to me, and I was like, dude, thank you so much. And it's just an ongoing thing. And like you obviously are a big fan of Trailway, and like the fact that you don't even know anybody really from there is really just kind of weird to me. Like
it all depends.
I'm not trying to knock anything. I'm just trying to like.
Yeah, well, it all depends on also who the brewer is, like how personable are these people and how much they reach out. Because it's not like I've never gotten a free beer before. In fact, I got a free beer from Big Tide because my friend Wendy is the brewmaster there, and like she likes the pictures I.
Well, how many Trailway beers have you actually like done reviews on your channel?
Fuck, I don't know. It's probably upwards of. Might be.
Is it a lot? Because I feel like most of the time it's just like you're drinking them on here and they don't get actually reviewed, or maybe they're like reviewed but not post.
Oh fuck!
No, like you've done the review, but they're not actually online yet, kind of thing. Which
you can't.
These are on YouTube.
Okay,
I'm looking right now.
Because again, like they're just like
it's over 10.
Just talk to somebody there and be like, "Hey, I'm."
One of my local breweries, I've probably reviewed about 25 beers from them, and they've sent me a bunch of stuff. Actually dropped it round to the house.
Trailway, Urban Sombrero, Black Hops.
Really, Craig? That's kind of awesome. That's funny.
Voyager Double IPA, Bucks Fizz Brewed IPA, Green Island IPA, DDH Luster, Vanilla Beans Oatmeal Coffee Stout, Off Topic IPA, Seeing Enigma, Good Aura, and Almost Nuclear. So that's 13 Trailway beers reviewed.
Wow.
We'd also did an Inception IPA beer analysis.
Wow.
They kind of owe you at this point.
Yeah, they do.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, just walk in and just tell somebody. Even like if they're on Facebook or something, send them a message and be like, I'm going to be here. Like the next time you plan on going there, I want to be there. Is it possible to maybe get a brewery tour for my YouTube channel? Because I'm a huge fan of your brewery.
We got D a brewery tour of the brewery when we were there.
Yeah, listen, Trailway. If you're watching,
I just feel like you could potentially have a really good relationship with the brewery, man.
Just let Redbeard sort them out.
Simply ask.
You'll get loads of stuff.
Like again, like I'm at the point where like if I go to New Ontario and buy something and the right person's working, I might potentially get something for free. Sauna City even. When you were there, like you saw.
I was at Sauna City.
I bought a 4-pack, and the person came out and was like, "Redbeard, get 4 more beers. They're free." And I was like, "Sweet, dude, thank you so much." Like again, who the fuck knows, man? That's all I'm saying.
What we need now is Trailway to acknowledge the greatness of Nick. They need to prostrate themselves on the altar of Nick. They need to sacrifice one of their employees.
It would be sweet if they collaborated on a beer with Nick. That'd be pretty
one of
cool.
their younger employees, possibly a
I wanna
virgin.
see
They need
Nick's
to
face on a beer
sacrifice that lady.
Collaboration. Like I actually have a review coming of the Hops and Bros one. The Guy brought down Took the Brew. He brought Canada. Anyway,
Nice.
thought I'd say that.
Listen, dude, stop interrupting the
They go
fact
over
that they need to stab a virginal lady
I got
on your altar
in my Dominion City order,
fucking
and I think it's
just
because I'm an influencer and not because
pay tribute to
hate
your
the
influence. You are Zool.
Jesus.
there is no Leon here.
Bring
You
it
are
right back
so,
around to Zool. I like it.
yeah, you are so
Full circle. Full circle.
And they are the key master.
One's the
Exactly.
Sabito.
Greg gets it.
It's so
The color of that beer is insane, Nick.
It's
Wow.
so good. It's almost like it's like, it tastes like berries with some sugar added. It's
Mahogany blood.
It's almost got this like medicinal cherry cough syrup kind of flavor.
Wow. It looks like cough medicine.
Barrel aged. Do you think vampires do stuff like that? Like, I want to barrel age this blood.
I think
Redbeard, just so you know, vampires aren't actually real things.
It was a random fucking thing. You know what I mean? It was a thing. Of course they're not. Thank you, Lee, for that clarification.
Yeah, unless you live in Transylvania, then whatever.
Yeah.
Then there's a Taurus thing, and you got to kind of admit they're real.
Yeah, then they're Romanian. So
yeah.
Random funny thing. Like, if they were, do you think they would barrel age their blood?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if like old age blood is what they're into.
Oh, so I mean, like in an interview with a vampire, or whatever, he was like, it has to be fresh, or it's
a film. It's a film.
You know?
It's Anne Rice. She don't know about vampires. They're all like sexy, romantic bullshit.
Oh god.
The real vampire is fucking Nosferatu. He's just undead, fucking rat-looking piece of shit.
Vampire, I thought was a pretty good movie, but the Queen of the other one they based on her story with Queen of the Vampires, I didn't like that one at all. I liked Interview with the Vampire. That was a pretty good movie.
They're all the fucking same to me.
Yeah, like you got to really try hard to make a good vampire movie. Like you really got to try hard because.
Oh, I'll agree. Like I've seen a lot that was one of the ones it wasn't like amazing, but I can watch it and enjoy it.
I'd rather watch The Lost Boys. So, there you go.
Yeah, Lost Boys is fun. My favorite 1980s vampire movie is Near Dark. That's the one I like.
Did you guys
most.
ever see? Was it Sundown? The Vampire in Retreat, I think it's called.
Mm.
I feel like that Lee at least should have seen. Like it was years ago when I was like babysitting for my uncle. The kids were asleep, and I was watching TV on his fucking satellite dish thing, and I was like, whatever. And it's like they make bullets with like oak in them or something. I want to say it's called Sundown Vampire.
Yeah.
In Retreat. Yeah. It came out in 1989.
Okay.
And the cast is give me some cast here. David Carradine or Carradine.
Okay.
Bruce Campbell's in it.
Yeah.
Morgan Brittany. Emmett Walsh. He's a guy I know of.
Yeah, he's good.
I feel like he's probably dead now.
He's not dead yet, no.
Oh, they're giving me the current pictures then, because I thought the pictures were like when it was filmed. So like everyone's almost dead then. But Deborah Foreman, Jim Metzier, Maxwell.
That sounds like a very low budget movie that I've never watched.
It wasn't like super amazing or anything, but like it for whatever reason it kind of stuck in my memory. And
sounds like a rip-off of John Carpenter's Vampires.
Potentially. Again, I would like to write it down or something, because I feel like if you haven't seen it, I would like you to see it, and I would like to get.
I will actually look for that. Cheers,
man! I appreciate that.
Yeah, but yeah, vampire movies are hard to do because for the most part they're all the same shit, right? So you really have to.
Hard to do a new take and make it really kind of interesting. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, most of the time it's like it's the performances more than anything else. Like it's like the tropes are so fucking stale that you have to have good performances and a good story to like overcome the fact that this is just another fucking vampire movie.
Yeah, you got to either change the vampire mythos up to some and do it in a good way that's interesting.
Thank you. Thanks for that. Thanks for that beer, Ewart. Yeah, I drank it earlier. Thank you. I've done a review.
And apparently, we got Chris off the tent saying, "I'll be there soon." Chris at 10. I guess he's off. This is his weekend, so I guess.
Shit! Get in here, bitch.
Come on, Chris. Hurry the fuck up. Stop playing.
It's funny because I have to work at 8 a.m. tomorrow out of town, so I have to be up by like 6:30 ish. So
it's overrated.
Yeah. But again, this is like I'm already off work, so this is just random stuff after I'm done. So
what's everyone's planned on this? People got planned on this
Christmas
day of special.
I'm gonna go to my mom's house and sit there while my niece and nephew open a whole shit ton of presents, and all the adults open like maybe one present each. We're all broke.
Fuck the adults. It's for kids. Fuck it.
Yeah. I got my niece a really cool. She just got into Lego, so I'm like,
oh man, that's
damn right. So I got her a Lego gym, and she's in gymnastics.
Oh,
so I got her a Lego gymnastics set.
Oh, dear.
And then my nephew, randomly, he's I want to say just going to be like 2, so he's still super young, and I feel like it's
Watch out! Them Lego pieces. Watch out on your feet. Fucking things.
My sister and my brother-in-law on that part of this family want him to get into Hot Wheels, so I bought like this random Hot Wheels starter pack thing with a bunch of different. It's like just a mishmash kind of collection of shit they can do.
Yeah, it's good for your kid.
So. That's good though. That's the best thing about Christmas and stuff is the kids and fucking enjoy.
Yeah, like last year I bought them each one of those. What's called a Sphero, I think. It's like this little remote control ball thing.
Oh yeah.
And this year, I'm like it's the last few years. I've been the only one in the family who's been like, it's Christmas time. I'm going to spend a bunch of money on people because I love gifting things to my family. But it's like, for fuck's sakes,
you're a
like,
giver.
I'll buy everybody. I'll spend like $1,000 on everybody.
Wow.
And I'll get back like $25 worth of gift.
Jeez.
And it's like,
but that's not.
I love you all. It's giving, but at the same time, it's like. At the same, really? So there's, this one I'm like,
will any of your family members get you any beer or anything like that?
Honestly, my boss will usually give me a kind of gift thing. He'll be like, come over and see me, and he'll give me like a gift basket. And the last couple of years, that basket had like at least 6 beers in it, which is fun.
That's right. Here's some Budweiser. There you go.
Yeah.
I heard you're into beer. Here you go.
Some Bud Black Lager because I know you like craft beer.
It's usually all stuff I've had, but he will go to the craft section and grab me like 6
some oat chips. Yeah, there you go.
Last year I bought like my sister and the family kind of thing. Each of them one of those Sphero balls. And it's like this little ball that has like this LED thing on it and stuff. And you can like remote control with your phone. There's an app thing for it. Little remote control toy. And you can also like write code for it. So you can make it like, you can make games and shit with it that you can play. And I was like, that's kind of awesome for like, the adults and the kids. So why not? My one sister says to me back, like, I don't get this thing. It's too dumb. I can't handle it. And it's like,
breakfast toast.
Well, fuck you. I spent like $100 on it. Like, it was.
Okay, I'm not reviewing it. I'm just drinking it because I can't be bothered. You can't fucking review every beer you have. That's the thing you got to snap out of as well. Unless it's free, of course.
I like the label on that beer, Nick. That's cool.
Which one?
The one you posted, stormy weather.
The stormy weather.
That's cool. It's like a 3D sound wave kind of thing almost. I like it. Fancy.
Dick Brewery says, "Cheers, Craig."
Yeah, that's reference to the Nuclearis I had earlier. Spotted cow. That's a really crushable beer.
Didn't Amsterdam make something called Spotted Cow or something?
It's from New Glarus. They're out of Wisconsin. We can't get this brewery here, but
you can't get it. Can't.
No, we can't get it, son. But yeah, this is one of their kind of. They've been going around. They've been around since.
Oh, he wasn't live.
We actually have.
Hey, Chris.
Wow.
How you doing, son?
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoying your weekend time, apparently to the fullest.
I'm enjoying my weekend time, and I'm about to crack open a Grim
Oh, that looks familiar.
After Image. This is a double IPA.
Is Grim the brewery?
Grim, yeah, Grim Artisanal.
Never heard of them. For some
No,
reason.
just a grim beer. He's not looking forward to it at all.
Hey, Craig, fuck you.
You had a Grim beer.
Oh, we've all had grim beers. It's just,
Did I?
You have. I sent it. You did.
Well, then, fair enough. Actually, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been pushing. I'm just like, I think I put out 3 yesterday, and I got like 3 today-ish. I'm trying to get I've got like 30 in the fucking can, and I was thinking when the new year starts, I want to be back to the daily drink vlog thing and actually kind of daily. So I'm trying to get rid of all my backlog shit. So I'm just I currently have one rendering on my laptop. I'm just render, publish, render, publish, render, publish.
Look at the hot burn on that. Jesus.
Oh.
Look at
What's going on, Chris?
That looks fresh. It looks
you see it. You see the hop burn here.
Oh, this is so good. This is all pineapple on it.
It does look good.
It looks green.
You look
It's
green.
it's not that green. It's this canned on November 19th. So just over a month old.
That's not too sad. That should have died down a bit.
Guess what I'm drinking right now, Chris?
Propeller?
No.
Is it
I'm
drinking, or is it from Tuscan Falls?
No. Give me a guess, Chris.
Something by, is it Two Crows?
No. It is a Mill Street Cobblestone Stout.
Yay.
Nick, you should have got that.
Cobblestone? Well, that's from Ontario, not from beer.
How should anybody have got that? I don't think I've ever heard of Lee drinking that beer in my life. That.
I did a gauntlet of it, did I not?
Stone here. I wish I
Yeah.
I know you did the vanilla porter.
Yeah, whenever you did that.
Vanilla, yeah.
But yeah, I don't. In all the time I've chatted with you, Lee, I don't think I've ever seen you or heard of you drink that beer.
Out of all the Mill Street beers I've heard of, the vanilla porter is probably the most mentioned.
Yeah.
And
probably the best beer.
Or sex juice.
The one I always enjoyed the most, as long as it's kind of fresh, was their West Coast IPA. It was always pretty good. But Mill Street, overall, not a lot of beers.
I've heard it a lot. I mean, the porter though, that's over the couple of years, that's the one I hear.
I don't think I ever did revisit it because the vanilla porter is the nitro porter.
Oh, don't worry, we watched that one.
Nitro beers in general aren't something I enjoy. And it was back in the day where I was pouring a shot of beer into a shot glass and being that's and then drinking it out of a can. And drinking a nitro porter out of a can is just 1,000% not the way it's supposed to be done.
No, you're supposed to dump it to a glass. You're literally supposed to tip the can over and dump it into a glass.
I know now.
I just did that video.
Yeah.
You just dump it all in there, you know.
Yeah, this was way back in the infancy of my foray into the craft beer world. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing for quite a while.
The baby.
It took a while before I even started like using a glass and pouring stuff. But for the first
using a glass.
Yeah.
Oh God.
For the first good number of videos, I was just like,
my first review.
I would pour.
I poured it into a glass.
I poured a shot or so. We do a grind into my shot glass, and we'd show you that and drink that, and then drink the rest of it in a can. So I want to say at least my first.
Fucking hell.
At least
drooling monkey barbarian.
I didn't know what the fuck I was doing until I finally did it.
Is this when you was drinking Smirnoff Ice and reviewing it, or
it's like
that went on for a while? I did the it was a hard soda slash cider Saturdays. Did it for a while, which it was like I'm just gonna try. That was what it was.
Jesus.
But
what was that?
Look where you've come now in a week.
No.
Perfect.
everyone know that like the opening of 2001: A Space Odyssey. Redbeard is one of those proto monkeys who like gathers around the fucking monolith and then suddenly discovers the use of tools and to bludgeon his enemies with. Oh, I'm gonna pick up this bone and hit another monkey with it. That's the equivalent of I'm gonna drink this beer, but I'm gonna do it in a glass.
You're wrong. It's true.
No.
I can't deny it.
You are not wrong.
Again, like I look back on myself and those first years, and I'm
like, fucking hell.
We
love you, Red Beard.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh God.
I gotta
Redbeard!
Free beer, free beer, free beer, free beer.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, shit.
I found pigs.
Full beard.
Shut up, Redbeard.
Oh, God.
Just out in the distance. God damn you all.
Yeah. Funny shit.
I just came back from the States.
If you ain't cracking ribs, he's fucking pigs.
Yeah. Fuck. God damn. What kind of haul did you bring back from the States there, Chris?
I bought an 18-pack of MGD for the Christmas break.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Fucking expensive, $12.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Like Christmas is over. Like you're not even putting out any money for gifts. Fuck that shit.
Nope.
Yeah,
I figured. And then I'm not going back over until the new year.
Yeah,
which is too stupid right now going over.
MGD would not be my first choice to bring back. If I was going to bring back 18 beers, and if I was going to do macro, if it was like I'm just going to bring back like a fucking utility beer, I'd probably bring back like a pack of Coors Banquet or something like that for super cheap.
Yeah,
that's probably what I go for. But
I'm really digging Coors Banquet now when I go to bars. It just tastes better when you're having chicken wings.
It's got some flavor. It works well with food. Yep.
That's why, because I was doing I would do something like some kind of West Coast style IPA with my food, and it's just like, it's not pairing well.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of want like a big IPA for something that's like super spicy, right? Like that's kind of the thing. It's like you want something that's going to cut into the spice, and you're still going to get the flavors. It's still going to sort of retain the flavors in the food and stuff. But like, yeah, for just like like a big fucking West Coast IPA for like just normal food. No, don't work.
No. That don't work. How's that cobblestone stout treat now? What did it cost you?
It didn't cost me anything. So I was talking to my dad today, and we were both sort of out of beer, and he's like, "Well, do you want your Christmas beer early?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll take that." You know, he bought a 6-pack Christmas beer, and he's like, "It's kind of your Christmas present." I was like, "Well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you some money, or better yet, I'll just go and buy myself a 6-pack and give it to you, and you can give it to me for Christmas. You know, keep the ceremony alive. But until then, oh, here's this 6-pack of beer that I did not otherwise have, and he already bought for me, and I just grabbed that and took it for tonight. So that's
nice.
What's going on?
What else was in that 6-pack?
Oh, I had a couple of Propeller Imperial Stouts, and I have Propeller Double IPA, Spindrift Abyss Black Lager, and what else? I have a 9 Locks Porter.
Nice.
And I have a Big Spruce Tim's IPA.
Cool. Excellent.
So actually, now that I think about it, 1 or 2 of these should be on a High Tide Imbibe pretty soon.
There you go.
I'm going to be...
Nick, what are you drinking? Sorry. I thought you were...
I am drinking a Stormy Weather from Trailway. Which looks like that.
Nice. Redbeard.
About to finish some Long Dark Voyage to Uranus from Odyssey.
Craig, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a breakfast toast. Breakfast stout.
How do you drink toast? That's weird.
How do you not drink toast?
You act like you've never done it before.
It's a beer. It's from 71 Brewing. They're out of Dundee in Scotland.
It's like an Eastern Canada thing. Like both Nick and Lee were both like just like you haven't drank toast. You guys drink? Do you drink your toast out there somehow?
Beers that taste like toast are a goddamn thing, dude.
I just whatever.
It's all the goddamn malt profile.
No, I know that, but I was joking about the whole drinking.
We were
toast.
joking too. We were being flippant.
Well, the jokes collided in a weird way. God damn it! It's all ruined.
Get the fuck out of North Bay.
You get joke on joke inception, like jokeception.
No, just fucking calm down. It's a stout.
Yeah, it's a stout. I'm sure it's got a really nice malt profile. I'm sure it's like kind of burnt, kind of nice.
It's not bad. It's just a little bit thin.
Dr. Penfield.
A little bit thin, yeah. Well, I mean,
Doctor, I smell burnt toast.
I mean, Paul has established the.
It's a bit crusty. But,
did you pour cold water on my hand, Dr. Penfield?
What I've really been joking for. I had this dream the other night.
Oh,
I went to the liquor store.
You want to what?
And what was in one of the coolers of the liquor store was plastic jugs, like 4-liter plastic jugs of kvass, which is that like Eastern European low alcohol fucking rye bread booze.
Russian thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I had this dream that there was like 4-liter jugs of that in my liquor store. And then I was really disappointed when I woke up. I was like, that's not a thing. It doesn't happen here.
That's bollocks then.
Yeah, it's just bollocks. It's not a thing. And I was really sad about it. I was like, I'd love to walk into my liquor store and buy a 4-liter jug of kvass and just awesome. Drink that all night.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. What?
One of my friends is Ukrainian, so I'm just kind of wondering what the fuck that shit is called.
I think it's more Scandinavian, Russian.
How is one of your friends Ukrainian?
Our family's originally from Ukraine. What the fuck does that mean?
You racist.
Like, to actually be Ukrainian, just like you're randomly friends with somebody living in Ukraine is what I got from that.
Random? He's just a human being, Redbeard.
This from the guy that was talking about how Canada is a melting pot.
No, I apologize.
It's a global.
It seemed weird in my head.
Global society.
Like you could be randomly friends with somebody in the Ukraine, but I just wanted to know how is kind of my would like. But
not everyone is from.
I think it's called Horlika or something.
Anyway. Craig, fuck you.
Not everyone.
Anyway, I was just going on and I tried it one time and it was kind of weird. I'm wondering if that was the same shit that Lee was talking about.
Redbeard, you need to pick up from the last hangout I watched that it was not on, where you just talk about how fucking woke you are right now, dude.
That last stream was fucking Jesus.
That was a fucking dumpster fire.
It was fucking Jesus. You're right, Craig. It was.
It wasn't.
We were giving it to him doggy style. It was a good time.
What did you talk? We fucking we. Don't bring me into this fucking.
I'm dragging you down. I'm dragging everybody down. Everybody come with me.
But yeah, I'm actually
fucking around with pigs. Fucking hell.
I'm actually considering making some kvass because apparently it's super easy to do. Like apparently, all you really have to do is get like a big jar, get some sugar, some baker's yeast, and a fucking loaf of rye bread. Shove it in the fucking jar of water, put the fucking baker's yeast and sugar in there, and let it sit for a couple days. And apparently, that's instant booze.
What the fuck is it?
Is that it?
It's kvass?
Well, moonshine?
How do you spell it?
Kvass, Kvass.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do something.
Okay.
And it's a very like traditional sort of like a Russian, Eastern European, Scandinavian kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it's sold. It's sold as like soda pop over in that region, kind of thing.
Kvass.
12 little children.
I'll have some of that.
I'd try it.
Like it sounds good because you got the rye bread, and like you can flavor it too. Like you can add.
There you go. It's like being fermented in a jar right there.
Yeah. Say non-alcoholic. Scroll back up.
Well, there are non-alcoholic versions, but it's a very low alcohol fermented beverage, is what it is. Traditionally,
alcohol content from fermentation is typically low, 0.5 to 1.
But I think there are higher alcohol versions of it too.
Oh, look, it's flavored with fruits and nuts such as herbs such as mint. Your brother will love it.
Fuck you. I'm not putting no mint in the shit. Like if I do it, I'm not gonna put no mint in that shit. But I mean, I can get a couple like apparently it says get rye bread, but get rye bread that's almost ready to go bad, and you just stuff it in like a jar of water, and then you just let it sit for a couple days with the sugar and the yeast, and you get you just strain it out, get a low alcohol fucking rye bread beer, basically is what it is. No hops, of course, but I guess you could hop it if you wanted to. If you wanted to do like a more traditional kind of like brewing setup, but apparently it's like the super easy way to do shit. Like it's kind of like cider, like super easy,
super cheap.
Has anybody really brought up the fact that Nick is wearing a very weird out of character?
About 5 minutes ago.
Like
not allowed to wear a fedora?
No, you're not. You're not woke enough.
It's very out of character for you. And is that a press tag on the one side? Is that what it's supposed to be?
It's just a
day.
It says press because this is like I bought this fedora for a Halloween costume one year.
Okay.
It reminds me of I can't remember what James Bond film it was, but
timing for a Halloween costume is bang on. By the way, awesome.
Yep. Well, it's been up. It's been hanging up on my wall up above my desk. So.
Oh, you forgot like 2 months ago. You're like, oh, it's fine now. I'll just do it. Yeah, it's fine. I got you.
Shut up, Redbeard.
No, I never will ever.
We know.
We know.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah, no. Nick was wearing his fedora. He's an incel now. It's confirmed.
So,
It-
Goodell.
What so?
An incel,
okay.
involuntary celibate.
Right.
Women hate him, and he hates women. That's all there is to it.
I've had more success lately than you have.
It's too
That
controversial.
you know of.
Too
I just
controversial.
don't fucking broadcast my relationships online. That's all there is to it.
Uh-huh.
Not that I'm saying I'm some fucking Lothario, but I just keep my personal life off the fucking internet.
More of
You're not a
Rosario.
terrier. You're definitely not a terrier. So.
No,
Maria
definitely not
Tezon.
Ontario. No,
Lee's basically saying he's a pimp and doesn't want it all on social media.
Yomp.
no, I'm not
That's
saying
fair.
that. I'm just saying I don't broadcast
Yeah,
my.
broadcast it.
Well, then, again, you're not saying it.
I completely agree with that. Yeah.
I don't even. I honestly, I don't even tell my fucking best friend about my personal relationships. That's how guarded I am. So,
So you've got more than one then?
more than one what?
Relationships, plural.
Not necessarily. I don't fucking.
No,
No.
I agree. I don't.
I'm a goddamn.
One person in his life.
I don't.
No, no
I don't.
way. No. Yeah.
I'm a
I
fucking
don't.
introvert.
Yeah.
I don't open up to people to that degree. Even
No.
my best friends.
That's fair enough.
Right. Some people the way, yeah.
It's whatever your.
I don't know, man. It's like some people
What?
open up more than others and are more willing to share more than others, and that's just the way.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Stuff.
true. It's all good.
It's good if people do, and it's good if people don't. It's not.
Like if
I-
he ever had any questions or any kind of shit like that, he wanted to ask me, which
Oh,
like
God,
that would first off be the most like the
No.
hell is frozen over and heaven is closed and it's burning or something. Like Lee has a question for me that I need to ask. But regardless, if you
That's
didn't
not
that
That's not going to happen, though, is it?
at the same time, I completely understand not wanting to.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck, would I not want to connect some poor girl to my online fucking beer tube persona? That would be like, oh, hey, by the way, I'm this jackass on beer tube. Would you like to be involved in that? Fuck no. Fuck no, grow up.
You want to touch my thing?
Yeah.
Look at how much fun Chad's new wife is having in this environment.
This is
Chad go fuck himself, honestly.
high tide and by heart to heart. Yeah, I could really see that happening.
I want to see that happen. That'd be hilarious.
No.
Well, good luck. It's not going to happen.
I'd have to be married to include a woman. Like that would be that degree of fucking commitment where it's like, okay, I totally I don't necessarily approve, but I will condone the fact that you're a loser on YouTube and talk about beer, and I might join you in one of these or another kind of thing.
Yeah, but even if you say, Lee, for instance, you moved up to where the Inuit lived, you still wouldn't go online and share your whole life story. And
No, I would not.
no.
Because first off, my life isn't that fucking interesting.
And I've heard it's shit internet. It's shit internet up there as well.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like my life really sucks, and the internet sucks even
Yeah.
more.
And you'd never hear about it anyway. So there you go.
Like, I don't give a fuck about the fact that you've moved to a snowbound hell, and for how many months, and it's like, and you've left your children, and you moved to a snowbound hell.
I only went. I just went north. That was all I said. So.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm taking it to another level. That's what I'm doing right now. It's like, Jesus Christ, this is so. It's not the guy I do. That's all I'm saying.
Fucking daft.
It's all fucking daft. It's fucking bullshit.
I mean, all right, people make mistakes, but
Yeah, but you don't need to broadcast them on the internet.
exactly.
That's the big problem. It's like
That's what the internet's for.
I have
Facebook's not a laundromat.
no.
what
I
it's
have
not.
I have a dividing line. I've always had a fucking dividing line. Like my life is not interesting It's not amazing or anything like that, but I keep it goddamn separate from my On Life line.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
still have yet to have that beer. I've never had that, Kerry.
How have you? You're supposed to go and get some like the day after we talked, like a month ago. Yeah, you failed.
I haven't made it to St. Catharines for that.
Lee has actually had this beer, and I believe he enjoyed it.
Blood of Cthulhu, is it?
The Blood of Cthulhu.
Yeah, that's great stuff.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Nick, have you had yours yet?
What?
I assume
Blood of
not.
Cthulhu? No.
Yeah.
Should I?
Yeah,
Crack
on
it.
that. Don't
Crack
put
that
it
shit.
in your goddamn
Yeah,
cellar.
You appear to be pretty much out of beer as it is anyway, so that would be do it.
I'm not out of beer. I'm still drinking this one.
Hey, but you're close. You're close.
He's still got a cellar full of shit that from like 10 years ago.
I'm not out of beer. I don't really want to drink another Imperial
It's
Stout
not
tonight.
lacking beer at all. Like, again, you have a cellar.
You see the beers that I bought tonight?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
So
yeah. You got
so you
Sakaba.
go
I got a Firestone Walker Sakaba. I'm gonna say that
too.
I might drink that. You got one too?
I don't know. I don't
what
have
year?
it, but I'm excited that you
This
have.
year's.
Nice.
I can get it, but it's about 12, 13 quid, something like that.
Oh,
It's like-
fuck.
Have you ever
That's
had
probably about the
20
same
bucks.
price we pay.
Nick,
Yeah,
have you
it's-
had that
It's
before?
about right. It's about
What?
right.
I've never had
I have a
Sakaba
Sakaba,
before.
and I was
no.
I was
Oh,
actually going to
shit.
have it a couple weeks ago, and I decided, I'll hold on to it because I'm holding on to that and my other Thomas Hardy.
I'm
Yeah,
excited
this
to see what you
is for anybody watching. This is the beers that I picked up in Moncton today. So I got a Chimay Bleu, a Sakaba, 2019 Sakaba, a Fuller's Imperial Stout, and a Lindeman's Creek.
I can get
How
the
much was
Imperial.
that Fuller's?
Hmm?
How much was that Fuller's?
The
It's
Fuller's
£8.
is $13.
Yeah, it's £8
I
in the
gotta look
UK.
for it.
Yeah,
I gotta
sounds
look
about
for it.
right.
I think I don't. Well, I guess I should just check my fucking.
The
LCBO.
Sakaba was
The
the big. The Sakaba was the expensive one. That cost me $20.
The Imperial
Yeah.
Stout.
Are you
is
so?
more
What the
expensive.
what?
Oh, fuck it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
it's a barrel aged. It's a barrel aged barley wine, so it's
Okay,
it's
okay,
really
you're right.
special.
I'm going to tell you right now, Sakaba is worth $20.
Sorry.
Oh
Right.
yeah, 100%.
The Imperial Stout is worth more than the vintage ale here in the UK.
Really?
And you know what? Considering the fact that the Imperial Stout is much more consistent year to year, I would say that's a good price. Yeah.
Yeah, it's £8 in the UK. The vintage ale, fresh, new in the supermarket. There's one supermarket that brings out is £6. So.
I'm
Well, they
pretty sure
had
the
they
only
had
one
the
I've had of
vintage ale
those is
here,
the-
but they had was the 2018 vintage ale. I'm just like, I had that already.
I'm pretty sure the only one I've had of those beers is the Chimay
just
Blue
bought
on the
it.
end.
The blue. Well, I bought the blue because maybe we'll do a beer analysis at some point on it. But
I drank my I had a Duvel earlier. I bought it and then
well, you can get another one. We're thinking of doing that in January.
oh yeah, easily. The blue I can get.
Did somebody send you Redbeard sent you a Duvel, didn't he, Lee?
Thank you very much. And I'm sitting on this, waiting wholeheartedly for us to do a fucking BA 101 on it. So
Yeah, January. We're gonna
Yeah,
do it in January.
we've got nothing with the Fuller's Imperial Stout right now in the LCBO.
I can get
Yeah.
I can get that. If
Send
will
it
you
to
get
me.
any more? Will you get any more of that? Hold on. You reckon?
Hopefully, I'll get it. It's just not out here yet. I don't know why it's. Maybe it's got to make its way over.
Nick, what is
Okay.
with the insane number of things you have open right now on your taskbar?
What?
There's
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8.
Fucking hell!
Holy fuck!
That's
Fucking
something
God,
I-
no.
Oh,
You know-
you mean like in like this one right here?
oh,
They're all
God.
porn. Oh my god! Is that the Chris Peters photo?
You just have that at the ready all the time. Nick just always has it open. Always.
Oh,
No, I was looking through pictures on my computer. I'm like, hey, it's Chris Peters.
Why are you not sharing that with people? No,
That's
I
awesome.
Redbeard. I have
That's the
pointed
same photo I used when I with my vehicle. When I was
That's
beating
too
up
creepy.
that.
That's quite a creepy.
Yeah, but did you notice it was the one where he's holding a bottle of bleach?
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw that. With a
but,
pickle.
yeah. No, I pointed this out as well, Redbeard. That Nick is a man of many tabs, A shit ton of stuff running all the time in open tabs. Like it's just what he does.
I went to die like in Google Chrome. I've always got probably 20 open. It's random.
So why are you criticizing me?
Because it's YouTube tabs or Google Chrome tabs as opposed to actual programs.
Yeah, but nothing's spelled wrong. Fucking doesn't matter, does it?
I mean, if you have 20 tabs yourself, you're as bad as Nick.
Yeah, this is Chrome tabs, not actual program tabs. This is like Chrome. Chrome is one program. It all takes up less memory and stuff.
Nick are both
that many programs.
insane. It doesn't matter.
You're not. Yeah,
you're both crazy people. You're both doing weird bullshit with your computers that are like shorting your computer's life.
I don't care.
I never, unless I'm like watching a bunch of porn, I never have more than like 3 tabs open. Like that.
Oh, I had a copy of this. Awesome.
Switching between the porn looks like, oh no, I'm going to go with like the brother stepsister fucking shit this time instead of like the MILF or whatever. Otherwise, I don't have that many tabs open. That's all there is to it.
I don't have the high res copy of this, but
yeah, it's so great.
It's one of my favorite ones.
I mean, he does look like a bullshit monk.
The rapist Rochefort.
The rapist.
The real actual pressing question that I have for all you guys is what should I name my new car?
Oh, fucking hell.
Excelsior.
Okay.
You should name it Bubbles.
Oh,
that's on you, man.
That's awesome.
Wow. I've never seen this before. Holy shit.
Jesus.
I made that years ago.
That was awesome. I love that one.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
That is
wow.
Them glasses.
Those are I can only see in 4D with those ones.
Fucking double glazed.
4D.
Double glazed.
That's 2X double Ds.
Oh my god.
You should call it. You should call it
gear.
My car. Hey, that's my car. Like
10th gear.
Names for like if it was like some kind of cool classic car or something, maybe it's.
The BRZ's name was Betty. That's where.
See, that's just fucking weird. It's a weird name, especially for that. That doesn't fit at all. That's so weird.
Herbie.
Betty Rubble.
Herbie,
yeah.
Oh, BR. Ha! No, that's still so weird. It's still weird. That's still weird.
Oh.
You're an odd person.
I got to call it something because I'm gonna have to change my Instagram because I got rid of Betty, so now I have to change that whole other Instagram page to something different.
Big decision, big switch in your life.
It's a huge decision in my life.
Pretty big.
I have this car now for at least 4 years because I've leased it. So
yeah.
Hillary.
How am I? I'm getting a phone call right now. Give me a second.
Hillary.
it is white. I was gonna call it KK something, but I couldn't figure out. I did not see that coming.
Oh shit! I remember this one here.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Agnes.
Agnes and Greg.
That is just ridiculous.
That is some fantastic fucking photoshopping right there.
Jamie looks hot there. Christ.
I must give assistance in the shop downstairs. I shall return.
Good Photoshop in there.
Yep.
I'll be right back. I gotta take the dog out.
Do it. I gotta get another beer, but I won't leave Nick and Craig by themselves because they'll start talking.
I'm leaning towards getting another beer too, and a piss.
Just all go.
And sticking through. I'll stick here for a second.
I'll talk to the chat.
There we go. There's one. Hipster me.
Oh boy.
You're fucking passed with wire rim glasses and a scarf.
Sexton's waiting to get in.
Is he? Shit.
Yeah.
No, Greg is.
Oh, Greg. Oh, sorry. I thought it was Sexton, but sorry.
Yeah, then you're fucking like 5 minutes, Nick. How fucking drunk are you that you can't see your backstage?
That was fucking.
Because he was looking up other tabs. He didn't look.
So I just want to clarify a few things. Number one, corn if you have that many tabs. Number two, no, you don't need to name your car. That's kind of dumb if we're being honest. You name the person you're fucking, you name your pet, you name your kids. Well, the person you're fucking probably already has a name. You don't need to name your car.
Greg. How you doing? You all right?
I'm okay. How are you?
Yeah, well, good, son. Good.
How are things in the pond? Are you Brexiting, or I'm not sure. I know Peter's your prime minister now.
Dead aft.
Yeah, we're definitely leaving. It's been voted through, so.
Okay, well, who are you getting rid of? Is Scotland still part of you? I don't know how it works.
Well, they are technically, but they want another referendum. But the thing is, they voted it. They didn't want the referendum, so now because of Brexit, they want. Yeah, good choice. I'm not interested, to be honest with you. It's all a load of bollocks.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to relate to you and be friends.
It's just no. But it's just fuck, just move on with shit. You know, it's boring as fuck. So, but yeah, it's happening. They voted it through. It's going to happen at the end of January. And then they've got to do after that. They've got to do like the fuck was that? Is that your dog?
That was my wife.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
I mean, she does enjoy the position now and then, but speaking, it's my wife.
What the fuck? Sorry.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy though. Like she's not feeling well. That was a pretty crazy. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Hey guys, look! A new beer burglar video just showed up on the internet. That's awesome.
Oh dear.
What, another one? There's 2 today?
I told you guys there's 2 today. Nick, how drunk are you? I literally write this stuff in the chat.
Well, as soon as I have a piss right now, we'll play them. We'll watch them on stream online. All right, I'll be right back. I need to get another beer and a pee.
There we go.
Call it a pee.
I'm gonna leave Craig in charge. Remember to tell Greg off if you have to.
Right. Okay.
You should tell me off.
I'll do that. I'll do that. Fuck. Nick, you fucking tosser. I'm telling you off. Right, he's gone. Right.
I'll be honest. I just wish Nick wasn't so racist. Like, maybe we should tell him off and tell him not to go to the KKK rallies all the time.
He's been okay today, I think.
Sorry. They're not KKK rallies. They're just ghost costumes. They're people who are enthusiasts about wearing ghost costumes.
So what are you on? What are you drinking? Anything?
I'm actually not drinking anything right now, and I was gonna allow people to vote what I was gonna drink, but since you're the only one here, Chris is here too, so you guys can both vote. I'll do it. It's both 2017 vintage. Either Bring Out Your Dead or a Double Temp. Yeah. Which one should I go for?
Yeah, I reckon you should go Double Tempest. I don't think you've had that for a few days. So
it's true. I haven't had one for a few days. I haven't had a good Bring Out Your Dead in a while though, because every 2018 bottle I pull out is infected. What the fuck? God damn you, Bill.
Yeah. I'll blame Ashley for that. You know, it's his fault.
Oh, I think Chris is doing a review. He's not talking. Okay, well, you told me Double Tempest, so I'll go with Double Tempest. In a second.
I forgot I was muted. Yeah, Double Tempest, I agree.
Okay. Chris, how you enjoying the new car?
That's what I think.
Sorry?
How you enjoying the new car?
The new car is awesome. I didn't get a chance to drive it very much today. I had to go to a funeral, and then after the funeral, we went to.
Dude, you should have done donuts in the funeral. You should have done donuts in the cemetery.
No. You know what? The car's good though, because I'm looking through the owner's manual just to read up on all the new tech in there, and it's fucking pretty crazy. And there goes Greg. He pushed the wrong button, and now Nick can't let him back in. Nick can't let him back in right now. It's the best. Yeah,
that's so a bit of peace and quiet for a little while. So yeah, sorry about the funeral. Bloody blah.
Yeah, it was, it's a friend of mine's, or a friend of ours' mother passed.
Yeah,
from ALS.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that's bollocks.
Condolences.
Indeed. Especially fucking, a few weeks ago. It's like, fuck. Yeah, it's the fucking shitty part of life. Apart from people.
Like
What
Nick
happens
and
when you get to
Redbeard.
my age? When you get to my age, people start fucking. Now all the parents are starting to die around you.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe that one.
I think Craig and I are both at that age at this point.
Yeah, I'm 40. So.
Yeah, once you start hitting your 40s, that's where the shit starts really dropping down, and that's if you're lucky when the shit starts hitting the fan.
It's been happening for probably about 5 or 6 years, to be fair.
Yeah.
True enough.
For me, but I mean, my friends and they're, it's like, fucking hell, really?
I think in 2019, this year, I went to not necessarily just funerals, just to like visitations and shit like that for people who died. I went to, I think, 13 this year.
Fucking hell. Wow.
Which has tripled compared to the year before.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's going to be like that going forward as an average, which is like, well, fucking hell. It's like when you're into sports and stuff.
Oh.
I mean, for me, it's like soccer or football, as we call it.
Hi, Nick. I'm back. So, hey, guys.
You start seeing. Shut up! I'm
letting Greg back in.
You start realizing all these ex-players are now starting to be managers and stuff like that, and it's like, holy shit! I remember when they first started and stuff. Now they're managers.
Yeah, no, I get it. And same thing same thing with me as a movie geek. All my like cinematic heroes, so they're all like dying in the last like 3 or 4 years. Like they're just dropping off. So it's the same thing. We're getting to that age where people that we looked up to, who are like 20, 30 years older than us, they're all just dropping dead.
Mm-hmm.
That's all there is to it.
Are you still happy that PewDiePie is alive?
What's that, Greg?
I'm sure you're still happy that PewDiePie is still alive.
Fuck PewDiePie, that fucking Nazi piece of shit.
Wow.
What's that? Is that another one that you're drinking, Nick?
Yeah, another window.
So anyways, I got kicked off, not because apparently the wireless keyboard and mouse was attached in the other room, and the cat started walking around to the keyboard. So all of a sudden, the computer went nuts. I got disconnected. New windows got open. She did like a search on some Wikipedia page or something. Like, how the fuck did you do that?
So shut up.
She went searching for some like she went searching for underage porn, and it got you on a list.
Yeah.
She was looking for funny human videos.
Kitty porn. Huh.
But,
right, Joe.
I was actually kind of curious. You were telling us about how you like your cars.
From what?
But you're liking it so far, even though you haven't driven it too much? Because I like WRXs. They're a lot of fun.
I do like it.
I've got like 4, 5, or 6 different varieties of Lindemans on hand right now.
Yeah, Nick, it doesn't have to be all about you, buddy. Let's try and talk about himself. Okay, Nick.
Greg, the car is good. It's quick. It's a lot faster than the BRZ. I'll tell you right now.
It is.
And fucking it flies.
I'd rather have a Impreza than a fucking BRZ anyway.
Wow.
It was a little bit heavier today because I had my summer tires in the back of the car still, so I was riding around with it. I was like, all right. And I took the summer tires out and I drove it for a bit. I'm like,
it's not a huge weight thing. It's just like having like a buddy in the car. It's not.
But it's good. There's some things I got to get used to. Like the BRZ had the USB ports right underneath, right on the front dash, on the bottom of the front dash. the WRX are in the back in the center console. I'm like, fuck. Now I got to figure out a way to wire it so that I can fucking put the camera up in front when if I'm going to do some vlogging.
I've always
But
felt that the BRZ, both the seats and the cockpit of it, are a little bit better designed than the Imprezas. Like for whatever reason, like especially with the seats, which I always found weird because I was like, why don't you put the BRZ seats into the Imprezas? Like even with the STI, the seat's not quite as good. And I've never really understood why. But
it's going to take me a little bit of time to get used to it, especially the fact that it's the CVT engine too. And today I got caught a few times looking for, dropping the gear shifter into neutral when I'm coming up to a stop, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's automatic. I don't really have to do that now. So, and I'm glad Carrie's not here.
It's a lot easier to get oral sex.
Oh yeah,
Oral sexting.
And even get it while you're driving because you don't have to shoot.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden the automatic shifter gets all wet and stuff.
Well, it's part of what happened. And the best part is, if you ever make a trip to Nunavut, none of the squirts in the air will even stain it because it's already wet.
No. I put fucking Michelin X Ice 3s on it, and
those are real good. Those are good tires.
And they were fucking expensive as fuck. But you know what? I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah,
you only live once.
You know what? They're still cheaper than they're still cheaper than hitting the guy in front of you. So
it's true.
That's right.
That's why I stay with winter.
$500 worth of tires versus a $500 deductible.
That's the thing. I mean, you can say all you want. You don't need winter tires. Blah blah blah. Learn to drive. Blah blah blah. Hashtag Ewer. But at the end of the day, it's like, well, whatever the winter tires cost you, if that little extra braking distance saved saves you from an accident, then they paid for themselves pretty much. Or if you don't kill that kid that's crossing the street illegally or something, that's always a good thing too. I mean. Unless the kid was bad, they're going to be the next Hitler, and then you probably should.
You got Pat Pat Paul. Sorry, not Pat, but Paul in the chat there.
Oh, Paul's in the chat. All right,
Paul,
hey
sir.
Paul, cheers, dude.
How come Paul never joined us?
Hey, buddy.
It's
Hello. Yep, Lee. All of our favorite actors and musicians will all be dead very soon.
Actually, all my favorite musicians are already pretty much dead.
Except for Keith Richards.
Sister just got a bottle of
Pretty
Frambois for my birthday. Sadly, I dislike that crap. Fuck you, Paul. I'll just try to cuvee with some huge TI double IPAs.
Paul, motherfucker, we have to get in contact and figure out our schedules, or figure out what kind of. I know Saturdays have been bad for you. We need to figure some shit out, motherfucker.
Yeah, I miss you, brother. I miss your terror.
Yeah, he had a problem with his truck.
Yeah.
Is that trouble with his internet as well?
Yeah. Apparently Streamlabs doesn't like his internet.
Yeah, StreamYard doesn't like
StreamYard, yeah.
I haven't seen Paul doing his daily walks for a while.
Speaking of fucking shit, Greg.
Hi.
28th. You want to do Thor 2?
28th is
with Thor, ain't it?
Saturday.
I should be good to do that, sure.
All right, cool.
I mean, Thor 2. But yeah.
It's not like I'm enticing you with anything exciting, but if you want to show up, you can show up.
Yeah, no, as far as I know, I should be good for that. Could possibly.
And Carrie, if you're listening as well, Thor 2. I don't know where he went to.
He went downstairs.
Take a shit. Oh, no, I see his shadow. He's back.
They went to let his dog shit so he can toss him to his neighbor's yard.
He's gonna toss it over the wall.
Oh, here he is. He's here. He's back. Headphones are on right now.
Yeah, put your headphones on so the dog can bark in your ears.
Paul's found a new router since shit. Yeah, well, we'll try to sort it out, Paul. Get you back on.
Yeah, that'd be good. Get you.
We're doing a whole new thing this year, Paul, on the podcast. We're starting in like the 1900s, and every month we're doing a different decade, and we're just going up to the present. How quickly we get to that, who knows? But we're going to be doing a lot of silent shit and horror movies and stuff like that too, so there'll be a lot of fun selections.
What are you going to do? What's he doing?
The fuck
is it? I hope that was your finger.
Yeah, that wasn't your big hairy cock.
Oh god, this is gonna be like a snuff film. He's gonna like murder somebody and not realize he's on camera.
Oh god,
mind you, it looked blonde.
So kill that dog.
It looked blonde, so perhaps it wasn't.
We're seeing way more into the Redbeard compound than we needed to.
Jesus,
what are we looking at here? I'm gonna see what.
No idea.
Oh god,
he keeps swinging that back and forwards.
He's got a brush there for his beard.
Does he have a brush just for his beard?
Well, what else is it for? It's not for his pubes. I hope not.
Oh god!
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Red pube.
Was he gonna beat his dog? I thought
that's what I thought.
He's about to beat his dog.
Oh shit!
Fucking animal abuse.
Oh my god!
Why did they get him run around like that?
What the dog making Redbeard run around? Or?
Oh god!
Oh my god! This is
seriously Oreo is such a sweet dog.
Yeah, doesn't know though, does it?
Doesn't know what Redbeard's
doesn't know who its master is.
Doesn't know that Redbeard's a serial killer or anything. Just
doesn't know how fucked up it is.
The innocence of a mutt.
It's gonna love him till the end, where they find all the bodies.
And love him till the bitter end, and it's gonna be put in the pound.
Yeah.
Oh, god. Well, this is good. I fucking hate Crufts anyway. So.
10 years later, when they find all the bodies, that poor dog is going to have a new family or be put down. It's just
10 years later.
It's so tragic.
10 years later, when they find the bodies, the Redbeard story.
Yeah.
It's like, go fetch this or you're going to the Chinese restaurant.
Racist.
Oh, jeez.
And the irony of it all is that it's a Shih Tzu. It's from the Chinese.
It's the shits.
If you see the shit,
wow.
They'd be eating their own.
That's what they do.
Yeah, you need to dress up. That's a Shih Tzu. So.
I would
Also,
never eat
hopefully I'm going to start my review roulette, which will include films in the 1910s, to the 2010s. Awesome, dude. We can almost do like a collaboration between your podcast and our podcast. We'll figure shit out, dude. Get you back on shit. Been missing having you on.
I've just missed seeing him, even his live stuff. And
yeah, Maniacs Meet. Got to keep that up.
Anything, or just I know he works and stuff.
I gotta be honest. I've been more into Paul's dead stuff.
Yeah,
like him wearing Joe's skin like a fucking marionette.
I mean, Paul didn't take advantage of the fact that he could have killed Joe when he had him. So it's just like,
Yeah. But then Joe did pre-record about a year's worth of reviews before he went down to see
Matt. Yeah.
So
like Joe obviously he knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, like the greatest. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say, wouldn't this be the greatest moment in the world if Oreo just decided to jump on Redbeard's face
and start mauling him?
Just fucking.
It would be funny.
I gave you this ball 100 fucking times.
Oh look, the dog's like, shit. I'm not your slave, motherfucker.
He starts ripping his beard out or something.
I'm gonna get you.
Starts biting his beard.
Yeah,
Bite the beard.
Wow.
Redbeard's talking, but I think he's muted and he doesn't.
Yeah,
we can't hear you, Redbeard. We can hear you. Sorry, we can.
I mean, yeah, you're talking way too loud. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Now Redbeard's crawling around the ground looking
I
for
don't
a
have a
goddamn dog.
It's not. I can't hear him at all.
No, I am. My phone was actually.
No, you was fine. We could hear you.
Sorry.
We were good before you unmuted yourself.
It's all good. I know what you mean. Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you too.
Everything you said muted was obviously super intelligent. It was
Not even a bit. Not even a bit.
It's okay.
You talk perfect sense for the last.
The dog is walking a lot slower now with the ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is.
He's about done right now. But
Yeah,
Dog's getting tired of your shit.
It's a squeaky ball, so you get it going.
Oh my god!
Oh, there we go.
How old is it anyway?
Just throw the
about,
fuck.
I want to say about 13 or so.
13. Oh, he's getting up there.
Really? Oh,
Hell, it's fitter than you.
Dog.
yeah, he's doing good for
Like, you just
13.
do, like, if you bounce it, he'll get.
Is it active for that age?
13-year-old dogs don't do that shit for the most part, no matter their size.
Yeah.
Need to take it easy, dog.
Yeah, you don't need you don't need to die on camera, dog. Stop it.
Oh, it's still in good shape.
That'd be really bad.
He's just
Oh
always
shit!
been kind of-
The leg. I don't know if you guys saw this. The leg I saw is like the dog just disappeared, like it vanished, like a ghost.
No, he just dropped the ball like 10 feet away from me. He's done. He's done for now. So.
Oh.
It's fun.
It's like some
Tired.
ghost hunter show could take this footage and go, "Oh, this dog vanished. This ghost dog."
Redbeard looks knackered. Yeah.
Yeah, that took a lot out of me for sure. I can't handle it.
Knackered.
So,
Cream
Greg.
crackered.
Greg, how you doing, Greg?
Cream cracker sounds.
Greg hasn't even opened up that double tempest.
Are you gonna open that double tempest?
Get that down your gullet,
Oh,
sir.
he's bringing
Oh
out the
shit!
Bring out your
Really dump that down your gullet, motherfucker.
Can I be honest with you guys? I've already had a few, and I opened up my fridge and saw Double Tempest had wax on it. I'm just like, I'm not dealing with this tonight.
Yeah, no, you don't need to albino rhino that wax. You just need a fucking like easy access shit.
So I do apologize for not taking the people's
It's
consent.
like Annie, it's like a short skirt with no underwear. You just want easy access.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, also, you know what? Every goddamn double temp, or every goddamn Bring Out Your Dead 2018 I've had has been infected lately. They've all been sexted. So I'm hoping this one's not infected. This is a different vintage, and to my knowledge, there's been no 2017s are infected. Who knows? Maybe this is the first.
But by the way, Redbeard, 28th, you available for Thor 2?
Very potentially. What day is that?
Not infected.
That's the Saturday, next Saturday.
Yeah, I should be 100%, man.
All right, cool.
Which was it? Thor 2? You said?
Thor 2, yep.
I'm
Thor 2, the one that everyone forgot about.
Yeah, the dark
and
one.
until Endgame came around, and they were like, "Oh, look what happened."
Yeah, that suddenly became important again. Yeah.
Exactly.
I really like how they did that. That was pretty cool. But yeah,
How's that bring
We're
out
going to
the-
make
bring
one of
out
our
the dead
older
bird, man?
movies not suck as much.
yeah. But it didn't suck.
No,
Like,
none of those
just-
movies. None
it
of
was
the
just-
Marvel movies suck. Like
was
they're
just- it
all
was just-
really well done movies. It's just like
I mean,
some
it
of
was
them are
like very, very much they fell into the shitty villain kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Iron Man 2.
Quad villain.
Yeah. Like who
Like
the
Iron
fuck
Man
Malekith? Who the fuck cares?
Even Iron Man 2 is fine.
Yeah.
It's just not as good as like the best Marvel movies. Like that's kind of the gradient you have to go on, right?
True. Can't deny it.
What happened to Craig?
Like Return of the Jedi isn't as good as Empire.
Well,
Fantastic.
I give you the Empire Strikes Back is better than Return of the Jedi. In my opinion.
on a thematic level, it definitely is.
I'm pretty
not
sure I
arguing
just
with
said that. Or did I mispronounce myself? I'm pretty sure I just said that.
I feel like you said it possibly backwards.
But I mean, people who shit on the Return of the Jedi are like, I mean, sure, it's a more kid friendly Star Wars, but I mean, Star Wars are kids movies. They really are. Like I don't care how many adult try to pretend that they're super important and like deep.
There are like as far as like the differences between like the Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. It's like the Empire was striking back. Yeah, you're still here.
Yeah.
Why did they stop striking back? They just aren't in this movie, basically. And then also, like, Han Solo between the second movie and the third movie.
Who?
Han.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Han Solo. He basically becomes just the comedic doofus of the movie. Kind of out of nowhere.
That's why they froze him. Fuck.
You know what? Harrison Ford actually did not want to survive the first Star Wars film.
I know that, but they still made him, and it feels to me
they brought him on because money. That's the reason. Like otherwise, like Harrison Ford was like, I really want my character to be killed off, and they didn't do it, so he had to like improvise.
That would have been like and also like the whole Luke's plan to make everything happen to like get to the point of like the pit and stuff. Like if you really look at it, it's like Luke wanted this to happen and this to happen and this to happen when he could have just like made everything stop when he first went to Jabba's stupid little party thing that was happening.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Again, the original Star Wars movies, they're kids' movies. The plots are not deep. Like if you go into it,
the first two are really good. It's just
they're good. I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying they're kids' movies.
But I don't know.
The third one for me is just it's a big drop off from the first two. Is all I'm kind of trying to say. Like the first two movies are kind of like in my head, like the perfect like idyllic.
Star Wars is marketed towards children.
Yeah, the first one in 1977 was marketed towards kids. That totally seems like something that would be marketed as an adult sci-fi movie at the time.
No, it's marketed towards kids. It really is. I mean, there is gore in it. There's adult elements, but that's that era. You gotta kind of remember. PG meant a totally different fucking thing back then.
I feel like George Lucas was not trying to. Like, he wasn't a kid. I feel like he was trying. He was kind of almost our age back then. He was probably trying to convey something more along the lines of, for like again, like
I think he was like 19.
He liked it, but I feel like
Lucas,
a lot of young adults and stuff really liked the film, and I feel that's what kind of pushed it to be like one of the biggest movies of all time.
Here's the reality of this. George Lucas at that point was a nerd. He was a nerd who loved Japanese samurai movies. He implemented a lot of that shit. Flash Gordon, he loved that too. He implemented a lot of that shit into Star Wars. But here's the thing. People forget that the original Star Wars trilogy was not solely George Lucas's vision. He had a committee of people who were questioning him, improving on his stuff, and giving him new ideas because he was not a good writer. So the first three Star Wars movies are written by committee for the most part.
I know he's famously not as he writes terrible dialogue. I've heard that.
The first three movies are produced by committee from his friends in the sort of movie circles, and that's why they're so good, because it was a collaboration at the end of the day. It was a lot of people with a lot of great ideas putting them all together. Then you got the prequel trilogy, which is all George Lucas, and he had nobody to answer to. He just had a bunch of yes men.
Basically a hot mess. Oh, but I don't know if you must know of it at least. I'm sure I mentioned it before, but if you haven't seen it, look up on whatever torrent site. I think it's the only way to find it. There might be a link in a legit site you can find, but the despecialized editions of A New Hope and Jedi and Empire, and they are like Blu-ray high-def versions of the theatrical editions of the film, which you can't really find anywhere else.
Which is a fucking crime.
Agreed. Like I watched A New Hope, like the original theatrical edition, and just the music alone, since they like did the special editions and shit, the music it changes the like watching the theater. I was like, holy fuck, this is amazing. It's so good. And then, yeah, it did. It did a little bit.
No, the thing about those movies is they're so great because they're a real collaboration. There's like real work behind it.
A bunch of
I fucking hate the Lucas tweaks to it. I hate the CGI shit they put in it. I love the original effects, all warts and all.
No, I argued with a friend, ex friend of mine, about that, and like this is what George Lucas always wanted for his vision, but he couldn't achieve it back then. It's like, well, then I guess his original vision sucked ass.
Yeah, well, what did he do? Modify it so like so Greedo shot first.
Yeah, like even that hero. And there's so many different versions they've done since then. Like there's like the special one of the DVD, and they've redone that Greedo version like 5 or 6 times. It's so stupid. It's like, no, Han's shot first because Han is not a good person. He's not a good guy.
Yeah,
he's a bit of an ass, and that's he becomes more of a good person as the series goes on. Like actually, I personally think the newest. I haven't seen the new movie, Rise of Skywalker, but the first two, Force Awakens and Last Jedi, I like them a lot more than the prequel trilogy that happened. Personally, like they were way more faithful to just kind of like what Star Wars should be.
What's the new Disney Plus version say? McClunky.
Well, even like he was saying, like marketed towards kids. The original trilogy, I feel like it didn't seem like the toys and stuff that came out, obviously, yeah, but the movies themselves, they had a lot of kind of adult themes going on.
Yeah, but a lot of kids movies did in that day.
Prequel, I'd say like compared to them.
Back then, we don't have things as kind of risky and
yeah, but the prequel compared to them, prequel trilogy to me seemed a lot more for kids.
Well, it was much more designed for kids.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, it got more. I mean, here's the thing: George Lucas realized, marketing to kids with the original 3 movies. That's it. That's where he needs to focus, and that's what he did with his prequel trilogy. It's like we really got to get the kids, and also we have to draw in all the fucking kids from that generation who watched the first 3. We need to bring them in too and nerd them out.
He basically did a good job of drawing in new kids to watch it, and just pissing off people who really love the first.
Yeah.
Here's what I say. Has anyone else seen Rise of Skywalker? I'm sure Lee probably tired of it by now.
No, I haven't watched it. I have no interest in watching it, actually. I just made a bunch of like mock posts about spoilers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
When it comes out in some kind of video form, but I'm not going to go to the theater for it though.
Okay, here's the thing, right? Individually, the new movies, the sequel trilogy, we'll call it. Individually, each movie is better than the movies from the prequel trilogy. However, in my opinion, the prequel trilogy is a better trilogy because at the very least you have George Lucas writing it from beginning to end, and regardless of how bad the dialogue and acting and all that shit is, he tells a story from beginning to end.
Right.
The sequel trilogy is not that. The first movie is something different than the second movie, and then the third movie basically has to clean up everything that the second movie did wrong or people didn't like about it. And the movies are very disjointed. Like it's like each movie is almost its own movie, and they just kind of loosely combine them. And when you actually see the third one, you'll really see how kind of it comes together in a really weird way. So that's the problem with, and I don't understand how Disney didn't have a roadmap. How they just let directors do their own thing, write their own scripts. Like there should have been somebody writing all the scripts and then say, "Hey, JJ, you do this one, you do this one." But follow the fucking script, for God's sakes, because it's not a good overarching trilogy, even though the individual movies might be better than the prequels.
I don't think Disney cared. I think Disney's like, these suckers are going to buy our shit no matter what.
Yeah.
So who gives a fuck what we give them?
Yeah, but now they care because Star Wars is worth less than it's ever been.
Yeah.
So
And
now,
then you get something like The Mandalorian, which is like heads above more enjoyable than the fucking new trilogy.
well, you know
Even if it's not as deep or anything, it's just like it's fun, easy to fucking digest,
but that's
and
the
it's
thing.
enjoyable.
Star Wars isn't supposed to be deep. Like, look at A New Hope. It's not that deep of a movie. It's actually a pretty simple movie. That's basically just like a western set in space, and that's kind of what
It's a
Mandalorian.
dumbed down version of Kurosawa's The Hidden Fortress, is what it is.
And you know what? Like, here's the thing. What is the only really great Star Wars movie? I don't mean good. I mean great Star Wars movie to come
Rogue One.
since the original trilogy. Exactly, Rogue One.
I was gonna say the same. Yeah,
Well, but why is Rogue One good? Because it doesn't try to be the next Skywalker trilogy. It's not like, oh, let's explore the kids of Vader.
It talks about people in the universe outside of the Skywalker shit, and it's a great war movie.
Yeah, and you know, it takes place sort of around the original trilogy, and it expands on the lore of the trilogy. And yeah, there's fan service. You got Vader in there. You got
the Darth Vader scene near the end is just fucking.
It was incredible.
Yeah, it's mind blowing. It's
like
so
I like that. That movie is by far the best Disney produced Star Wars, and it's up there with the original trilogy. My only problem with that movie is that I feel the middle scene with Vader, where they first introduced Vader, should never have happened. You should not have even known Darth Vader was in that movie until at the end, where they were like, "Lord Vader will take care of this." And then
that cool, my only other problem with that one is, they needed to cut back on the
the Asian guy.
No, not the Asian guy.
That's the problem I had with that movie.
They needed to
the
cut
Asian
back
guy with the Force.
Chris is so racist.
No, they needed to cut back on
the. It could have been any guy with the Force.
They needed to cut back on the CGI Peter Cushing. And having a brief scene with that character, Grand Moff Tarkin, in the shed, like his reflection in the window, that's fine. That's great. But they showed him too many times where it's like, oh shit, I'm just watching a CGI version of Peter Cushing. And
the thing, it was done reasonably well.
No, it looks great. Like here's the thing.
But the fact that he's he's dead. He's dead.
Yeah.
Like, if you show this somebody like 100 years in the future, they might enjoy it more because they'd be like, oh, he might have still been alive, kind of thing, or something like that. But yeah, for me personally, it was weird seeing well, that looks really good, but I know that person is not alive, and they did obviously.
And the voice actor they picked for that was bad.
It was like Leia, kind of in the end of.
But the CGI Leia in that film, Rogue One, really good.
Yeah, that was the one.
Like that,
yeah.
That was spot on.
I always thought her eyes are too big.
Well, apparently I can't. I don't want to spoil this from Greg. But apparently the scenes with her in it in the last film, she's still alive up to that point in Star Wars time, were done. They were filmed for a movie or so previously. They had to change a bunch of shit to make it okay with Carrie Fisher being dead and still being in the movies, kind of thing. Apparently.
They basically used leftover footage from Force Awakens and Last Jedi, and they basically combined it. I will say, with what they had to work with, which is essentially only footage because they obviously couldn't make more footage, they did a pretty good job. But knowing that Carrie Fisher's dead, every scene with her in it is very awkward. But it's one of those things. I imagine 100 years from now, if somebody were to watch that, they may not be quite as noticeable if it's not quite in your head that you know she's dead.
Right. They won't have the same context we have.
Yeah,
definitely. I mean, watching these movies 100 years from now, even if people are watching movies 100 years from now, the content, the cultural context will be just so different because they're not living it. We're living it right now. We're living like Carrie Fisher just died a year ago or so. So we're living that. They have no context for it at all. Like
I said
for them, the norm might be CGI actors in movies if they even do movies 100 years from now. Even a human civilization exists 100 years from now.
Yeah. Well, I said in the hangout recently, the number of people we're kind of in the bubble where we live, where we're gonna see so many famous actors / musicians
Oh, absolutely.
die.
It's
Like if we live
it's
ourselves, like
happened
yeah, it has happened, but I'm just saying like it hasn't really hit that like there hasn't been 1 year where there's been like a really big number like of actors like
Well,
the Rolling Stones, Aerosmith, AC/DC, like
They probably had. They probably had.
Schwarzenegger, Stallone, so many like just so many big names from our childhood kind of thing that if we all live.
I mean, no, the last few years, classic Hollywood. The majority of the remnants of classic Hollywood from like the 1930s and 40s up until now are almost all dead. And in the last few years, a shit ton of them have died. I'm actually straining to think of who is left from that sort of classic era now that's still alive. Like,
I'll give you that. For me, that wasn't really. I was never really into that era of the films, so I can't like. I can appreciate
like all the big stars you saw from like the 1930s up to like the 1970s and 80s. Almost all of them are fucking dead. And I'm not talking people who became stars in the 1980s. Like I'm not talking like Chuck Norris or Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm talking to people who preceded them. That whole generation of Hollywood, almost all of them are fucking dead. They're all gone.
Yeah, but I couldn't like.
I'm just trying to think of that.
Mickey Rooney and like fucking the girl that was the small child. What the fuck was her name? Tap dancing.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me or not?
I don't know, but like
yeah, we can hear you.
I got nothing from that era that I can really like. So like, again, like for you, who's seen way more of these older movies and had more attachment to that era, fair enough. For me though, it's like I said, like the ones that you were saying that aren't dead, like Chuck Norris and these people. If we live to like 70, 80 years old, we're gonna see the death of these people.
They're all gonna be dead in the next like 10, 15 years.
Well, even like the 80s stars and stuff like that, like Schwarzenegger, Stallone, they don't got that much longer to go.
That's what I'm saying. Them too, yeah, they're in there.
Like Chuck Norris, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, they're
Van Damme.
likely going to be dead in the next 15 years.
Steven Seagal. When was the last time he was even in the news? And he moved to North Korea to be a big friend of Kim Jong-un or something.
He's in Russia now, I think, is what he's doing.
He's in Russia now.
Steven Seagal is probably going to live. Like he's going to like cryogenically freeze himself or some shit.
He's a fucking weird individual, man.
He's a fucking maniac. He's a stupid. Like here's the thing about Steven Seagal.
Maniac for sure.
No, he is a nutbag. Like he's a legit nutbag, and he's a liar and a piece of shit. He's a guy who inflated his reputation as some big martial arts master. The school of fucking martial arts that he adheres to is a showmanship version of martial arts, which is absolute bullshit when applied to actual combat. And he's just a fucking piece of shit who's...
No, if you watch that video, there's a video on YouTube of him like defending himself against a bunch of attackers.
A bunch of guys who flip for him.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
The guy I was thinking of is still alive. Is Kirk Douglas.
Kirk Douglas, yeah, 103 now, motherfucker.
He's
like that.
Yeah.
100. Yeah.
Every once in a while, I always think about him, and I'm just like, oh shit, that dude's still alive.
Yeah, he survived a stroke. That motherfucker. Yeah.
Like,
still acting to his own stunts and shit. That'd be impressive.
No, I don't think he acts anymore. But I mean, Kirk Douglas is like absolute like one of the top 10 manly men of fucking like movies, right? Like when you think of male leads who are like big time action heroes and just like tough motherfuckers, Kirk Douglas is in that conversation.
He's worked with them all the greats, and they're all dead.
I mean, he's done every like major era of Hollywood. Like,
yep.
The dude is fucking Hollywood. Like he's lived for as long as Hollywood has been around, pretty much. So,
pretty much, yeah.
Well, the other one, he died, I think, like 5 or 6 years ago. But Peter O'Toole was around for the longest time too.
Yeah, I mean, he preserves himself with alcohol.
Yeah,
because Peter O'Toole, great actor, notorious drunk as well. Like that guy lived a life.
Yep.
I mean, his first role, Lawrence of Arabia, literally his first fucking role in one of the greatest movies ever made.
Yeah.
And he just went on for that to be a great actor who eventually became a great drunk and actor at the same time.
You can be both.
Yeah, you can be both. I mean, fucking who's the guy who played Arthur? Trying to think now. Never mind. Either way, you know, like great actors back in the day who had the persona of like they were tough guys and they were drunks and shit, and at the same time they're great actors. You know, your Lee Marvins, your fucking Charles Bronsons and shit like that, who were like, yeah, this guy's a legit tough guy and he's also a great actor, and he takes that persona into his roles and you believe it. You don't get that anymore. Like, who the fuck's a tough guy actor anymore? Like, who the fuck is like a Lee Marvin now, or a Charles Bronson, or even a Clint Eastwood? Like, who the fuck are those people now? Like, do you look at any actors now and like think?
Have you, Clint Eastwood? Have you seen that film, The Mule? It's fairly new.
I haven't watched it yet.
I saw it. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I heard it was good. I haven't watched it yet. I mean, I'm always up for anything Eastwood does.
I can't see him like doing much as far as a starring role past. Like he is fucking old.
Yeah, no, he's pushing 90 now. But here's the thing about Eastwood. The thing I love about him the most is he realizes he's fucking old. So like when he casts himself in his movies,
that's.
Yeah, he rarely does it. But when he casts himself in movies, he makes himself old. He makes a point of
it was
like,
done.
I'm fucking old.
Yule was done again really well. I just can't see him really like. Are you gonna do that again? Like, how can he? Like he.
I mean, he can do it again. I'm pretty sure he can do it. Like he's a fucking healthy like 80 pushing 90.
But again, like he's just in this movie alone, like just to see him, like he looks like when he like his arms are just like it's just like skin and he is he just looks like such a frail old man at this point. I just like
but
you've done enough kind of thing is my whole thing. Like just
he's 89 years old.
If this is really like if this is his passion, it's what he really enjoys.
No, but I think,
but at the same time, just like maybe just stop and just enjoy your twilight years kind of thing.
But I mean, he's all about the work though. Like, I mean, if you watch his career, he is so much about the work. Like that's a guy who loves making movies.
If that's what his thing is, and that's what he wants to do till he dies, then.
But he also is a guy.
If he stops, he'll die.
Yeah,
maybe.
And, I mean,
maybe
he's a guy who knows what his image is, and he has in the last 30, 40 years deconstructed his own image. Like he has made movies that has basically took the piss of his image.
He was the dirty, hairy, fucking gangster
Heartbreak
guy.
Heartbreak Ridge was one of my favorites.
Or like the bridges over Madison County, and like he's definitely brought himself.
He's a guy who knows who he is. He knows his public persona, and he knows how to subvert that, and he knows how to make himself humble to that persona.
Again, if that's what he wants to do, for the rest of his life until, like, again, he doesn't have that much time left. But if that's what he wants to do, then
and that's what he's been
do it
doing.
up. I just by myself, I can't relate. But I feel like if I've been doing it for that long, I'd eventually want to be like, I want to just travel the world.
There's
or do
an old saying.
Life.
Listen, there's an old saying. If you're in a job that doesn't feel like working, then you're happy. And maybe he doesn't feel like he's working.
No, I'll give you that.
Not a job.
I'll give you that.
He's doing what he's socializing is what he's doing.
Again, like I said, if that's what he wants to do, if that's his passion, if that's what he loves doing, then do that till you die. But like, just in my eyes, I feel like I would get to the point where I would want to eventually be like, I want to spend the last few. I want to spend my last. He's got more than enough money at this point. Like,
I know. Maybe money's not important.
No, again, if that's what that. But I just feel like my point of view is what I'm saying. Like, my own opinion, a little bit of hashtag moo here. I feel like I would want to just like spend my twilight just like family and maybe travel the world or something and just like Sean Connery.
But Sean Connery ain't traveled the world.
No, but I imagine he probably pretty much has during his film career.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Clint Eastwood did that. Clint Eastwood's film career spans fucking 50, 60 fucking years or more.
It's awesome.
I'm not denying that. Doing that.
I'm not denying.
The point is, I think what Redbeard is trying to tell us is that he hasn't found a career that he would be happy dying doing.
Clint Eastwood is
just like not just for Carrie, but just for all of us. Like, I mean, if we all found a fucking career that we were passionate about and we enjoyed, and it didn't feel like we were actually working, then we would probably do it till we died.
We do it forever. We do it till we die. That's what Clint Eastwood. Clint
Eastwood.
Well, yeah,
like I said, if that's his thing, if that's what he enjoys doing, like directing / being, then
he obviously enjoys
do that until you're dead, man.
If he
didn't want to do it anymore, he would stop.
Yeah. Like I'm not trying to knock. I'm just trying to equating back to me. I might have stopped by now. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but in that regard, he's very lucky. I think
he's incredibly lucky, that motherfucker. And here's the thing:
dude.
It's not like he makes a movie every fucking year. Like,
that's true too. Yeah.
Between the years he makes movies,
one like the Gran Torino,
racist rant movie.
This guy,
that movie was fucking great. That was a great movie.
Well, Gone Baby Gone was before that. I mean,
Gran Torino was what it was. Yeah, Gran Torino.
Great shit.
And that was a fucking fantastic movie.
But here's the thing. Obviously, Clint Eastwood, he has his passion. He's in the movie making business. He's a director now. He's producing his own movies. That's something he's always wanted to do. He brought himself up from the very fucking bottom of movie making. He started in fucking TV. He got into movies. He got into Italian movies. He traveled all over the world. He's made great hits. He's made shitty movies. He's done it all. He's doing it now. He loves it. He doesn't have to work. Like, he could quit any goddamn day he wanted to. He doesn't want to do it.
No,
he's fucking he's loving it. And fucking he's taken his retirement out in installments. Like, every once in a while, a couple years between movies, he's enjoying himself. He's producing, he's making things happen, but he's not making movies. Then he makes a movie. Great for him. The guy is living the fucking dream. Like, the idea of saying
making a movie and going on a 2-year vacation.
You say you have to start in TV.
He did. He started TV. He started cowboy fucking TV shows. Rawhide. He was in that shit, and then he went to movies.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was his start. Fucking, he did a couple like movies here and there, but his majority of his start was like 1950s television, and then he went on to make some cowboy movies, and then he went to Italy, made a big name for himself there, brought that back to the U.S., and that like start jumped his career that we know it now.
That's awesome.
But he's doing that shit, and he obviously loves it. Like, he's a guy who loves to work, and that's his drive. That's his love. That's what he does. And like, fucking, just kudos to him, motherfucker. Like he's doing a great job. I mean, I would argue he has not made a bad movie in his life as a director. Some of them are not as enjoyable as others, but he's never made a bad movie. And the guy is just fucking great. Like, he knows what he wants and he does it.
I haven't seen all those movies, but all the ones I have seen, I would agree with what you're saying. Like, none of them have been.
I honestly believe that if Clint Eastwood is finally on his deathbed, and somebody ever came up to him and asked him, "What are your regrets?" I don't even think he would have any.
Probably like, I wish I was in Once Upon a Time.
I wish I did porn. Was probably one of them.
I mean, he might have a few. Like, he's got some issues with women. Like, if he's honest with himself, he was a dick to some of his girlfriends and wives and shit. But like, outside of that, I mean, the guy has such an accomplished career. Like, nobody can fucking touch it, really. Like, as an actor director, nobody can touch what he's done in his career. Like, and his career spans so long that it's just like anyone. Like, you can put directors up against him, but as an actor director, I don't think anyone can touch what he's done.
Yeah.
Not yet, anyway.
And with that, I don't fucking blah blah blah. That final. I gotta go. I gotta work early in the stupid goddamn morning. And,
Redbeard.
Fun. All
right. Have a good night.
Good night.
Peace out, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Bye, Carrie.
Later. Hit the right button. There we go.
I need my car, Carrie.
Fuck, glad that motherfucker's gone, right? Holy shit.
Yeah. Now we can talk about stuff like vaginas.
Yeah, God, we're talking about women's penises and vaginas.
He still didn't answer my question, though, about his top 20 free beers that he's got this year.
Oh, wow. Wait for the video.
It's kind of difficult for him to decide with like the 8,000 beers he's gotten this year.
Yeah. I mean, he's really got to narrow it down because he's got a lot of free beer. I mean,
I think he was offended by that. That's quite cool.
That was weird. That was weird. It's like you were just kind of like poking at him a bit, and he was like, "Well, listen, motherfucker, listen. I don't do this and I do that," and it's like, Carrie, calm down. He's just having a little fun. It feels like a sore spot with him. We need to work on Redbeard. We need to make him realize that none of us care that he actually gets free beer. Like, we need to let you, Carrie. You're going to be watching past this in the replay. I know you're going to do it. We actually don't care how much free beer you get. We're just making fun because you're our friend. If you weren't our friend, you wouldn't even be in this chat. We'd just make fun of you and so
stop Peter style.
Good luck.
Stop being a bitch, Carrie. Stop
That's free beer. Good free beer. Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. Carrie, stop being a bitch.
I kind of wish he wasn't so racist when we went on rants, though.
Well, I mean, that's Carrie. That's
He's talking about, the Third Reich of free beers. It's like that's really awkward conversation.
Yeah, I mean,
Third Reich of free beers.
He has really weird wording for the stuff, like especially in the offline chats. I mean, we're still live now. Just make this public. Carrie says a lot of weird, like Third Reich racist shit. But I mean,
oh God.
It's like he keeps coming.
Didn't he say his favorite beer was? Didn't he say his favorite beer was something called Jawohl? Something like that. I don't remember.
That was Rheingeist.
And then he talked a lot about Blitzkrieg and tanks running over.
I'm going to take this offline. Thanks for watching.
Heating up in an oven. He likes to cook his beers in oven.